beef. Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. We got a special episode here. Ashley's put it together for us. It's exciting. Hey, Ashley.
How are we?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Hello.
So maybe you could explain to people what we're planning to do here, and then we might have some news at the top, off the top.
Yes. Welcome. That's what I say, right? At the beginning. Welcome to the stream. So what are we doing today, this evening, rather? We're going to be doing a tier ranking list of the post-credit scenes from the MCU, and that'll be fun. But we have pressing matters, don't we, RJ?
Yeah, we got a lot to get into actually in regards to the so Ezra Miller is in the news again for all the wrong reasons. Max, are you aware of any of this?
Honestly, I like my brain gets turned off at this point when I hear Ezra in the news. I'm like, oh god, like I didn't research this one though.
Yeah, so initially, well, do you want to pull up, Ashley? Do you want me to start with the TMZ article, or do you want to start with like?
We can start. Let's start with the TMZ because that was the first thing. We'll go through, the different levels of how we got to receive this information. So let's start with the TMZ article.
So TMZ was the one who broke this information. This was late at night, I think on Wednesday.
It was like going into. Yeah, Wednesday morning, because like we were talking about, remember, we were actually talking about Miss Marvel, remember, in the group chat, and then so I was like, you all want to hear a wild, crazy story, and we were like, well, of course.
Right. So this is the TMZ article saying Ezra Miller, parents say actors taking control of their daughter, ask court for protective order exclusive. Ezra Miller is not only a bad influence, they're a danger to the well-being of an 18-year-old woman. At least according to her parents, are asking a court to step in and keep the actor away from her. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Takata Iron Eyes met a then 23-year-old Miller in 2018 when she was just 12, and the actor was visiting the Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota. From there, Takata's parents say she and Ezra developed a friendship they believe puts Takata at risk. Takata's parents say Miller flew her to London in 2017 to visit the studio where Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was filmed, as she was a big fan and Miller was a star in the movie. At the time of the trip, they say Takata was 14 and Ezra was 25. Okay, and there's a picture of Takata. As their friendship continued, Takata's parents claim Ezra supplied their underage daughter with alcohol, marijuana, and LSD. Not only that, they claim that Ezra, best known as the Flash in the DC superhero films, disrupted Takata's schooling at a private institute in Massachusetts, so much so she dropped out in December of 2021. The parents say they flew to Miller's Vermont home in January to get their daughter and discovered she didn't have her driver's license, car keys, bank card, and other items needed to navigate life independently. They say they also found bruises on Takata's body, which they allege Ezra caused. So there are bruises on her body. Shortly after she got home, Takata's parents say she fled to New York City to reunite with Ezra, and from there, the pair has been traveling together to Vermont, Hawaii, and Los Angeles. The two were spotted at a club in Hawaii and videotaped by TMZ. So this video here, I can't really play because it has music. I don't want to get Max in copyright trouble. But this video shows Ezra and Takata Ezra's dancing at this
So
bar.
I remember we reacted to this video. So
Mhm.
she is actually in this video here.
Yeah, she is in the video. So this is apparently an all ages bar in Hawaii, and I don't know what that bag is. I mean, me and Matt were looking at the video. It may be marijuana in the bag. We don't know. But it is interesting, right? So they're at this bar in Hawaii together. Shortly after she got as we reported, Miller got arrested several times during their stay in Hawaii, including an incident where they allegedly attacked bar patrons. In the documents, Takada's parents state Ezra uses violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusions, and drugs to hold
Paranormal.
That's really paranoia, delusions, and drugs to hold sway over young adolescent Takada. They claim Ezra's also told Takada to solely go by Gibson, a nickname she formerly used with family and friends. Then there's this. They say Ezra's decided that Takada is now non-binary transgender when she had previously declared herself non-binary queer gay. Okay, and then there's a statement from we'll get to that in a second. It seems Takada is aware of her parents' concerns. She recently took to social media to say she's mentally stable, and her comrade, Ezra, has been a help in her life. She also says she's recently gotten a therapist and is looking forward to the future. Takada's parents are asking the court to step in and issue an order of protection against Ezra on behalf of their daughter, and a hearing is set for next month. We reached out to Ezra's team. So far, no word back. So real quick, I want to read this too, that we have all of it. This was what Takada put out on social media, on Instagram. So I will share this real quick. That way we can read this. Because I have thoughts on this part as well, which we'll get to.
We can't hear you, Ashley.
Ashley, you're mute.
I'm muted. I forgot. She posted this. So the TMZ article came first, right? And then
that's where it gets weird though, because according to so if you look at Takada's Instagram, her Instagram only started being active 4 days ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this was posted a day before the TMZ article came out, supposedly.
Oh, this was before the TMZ article.
Supposedly, yes.
Oh,
like, this may have been written in response to this article coming out when they knew it was coming. I think. Well, that's kind of like where the timetable gets really weird with this. So this is really weird, But this is what Takada put on Instagram, saying, "I'd like to make a statement to acknowledge the tragedy that is the narrative of the general public and the assumptions made on my behalf by my family and friends regarding my stability and otherwise. I dropped out of BARD 5 months ago. My friend and comrade William passed shortly thereafter. My mind was incredibly impacted, and I needed space and time for the processing of grief. My comrade Ezra Miller, for the entirety of the aforementioned era, has only provided loving support and valuable protection throughout this period of loss. I am in no way or under any circumstance have ever been during my short-lived adulthood in need of a conservatorship. My father's allegations hold no weight and are frankly transphobic and based on the notion that I am somehow incapable of coherent thought or opposing opinions. This is my own kindred worrying about my well-being. I am now aware of the severity of emotional and psychological manipulation that was made to endure in my parents' home. I am an adult and I deserve to feel authority in my own body. I am tired of wondering whether or not cops will show up to section me on a daily basis. I have decided upon a therapist and am excited to now engage in conversation with a mental health professional about my anxiety and probable depression. It is no one's business. My choices are my own, and as to the nature of police intervention in my case, it is unnecessary and is a waste of time and resource. This bout of blatant betrayal and toxicity my parents and others have chosen to punish me with has been desperately embarrassing and traumatically life-altering. Relationships in my life have been grossly affected, some detrimentally so. This behavior is unacceptable and needs to be called out." So I'm going to say this about the statement. I have to agree with John Campia because I think he had a very strong take about this, and he said, based on what he's experienced in the legal field, I do have to agree with him. This does not read like an 18-year-old wrote this.
Yeah.
This does not read like an 18-year-old woman wrote this.
It doesn't sound like an 18-year-old.
It sounds like a PR statement, a prepared PR statement. It doesn't sound like an 18-year-old woman wrote this.
Yeah.
Unless she's like highly,
it just feels.
But it doesn't
weird.
feel like something that an 18.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that she wrote this.
It just feels off. Like the statement feels off. And again, when we talk about issues of grooming, Ashley, and I think you said this very well.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes, victims of grooming, if they're so brainwashed, they often don't recognize or believe that they actually are being groomed. They will defend their groomer,
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, correct. And then in a lot of time, in times, those people are narcissists. And to gain that love and that acceptance back, you will do and you will say anything to gain that, because those moments that are, are good, you want that. You crave that love and attention, so you will say or do anything for this person, whether it's just make a friendship or a relationship. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and this is just the thing where it's tough, and obviously there's a lot more coming out. So then what came out was the Rolling Stone article. Now, if you remember, Rolling Stone was also the ones who first reported on the other thing with Ezra Miller.
Yes, and before I do want to mention one thing. And then her mother was very active on Twitter, right?
Yeah, she has a social media account. She was calling out basically these Ezra Miller stan accounts who were harassing her and the father, and they were spreading lies and stuff. And she was basically saying that Takara does not have true control of her Instagram. It's their belief that Ezra Miller and some of his friends are taking control of that Instagram account. It's not her.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was the accusation. Basically calling out for help on Twitter.
Yeah, because they basically saying like, we don't even know where she's at right now. If you've seen her, like, let us know.
And that's what kind of like made me start thinking that this has a lot of weight to this story. Just because I know that usually when it's a celebrity, like in these situations, it goes, oh, the parents just want money. But what I saw was a mother on Twitter who was literally heartbroken and worrying about the well-being of her child. That's how it seemed to me.
Yeah. So, yeah, and this is where they talked more to the parents, too, a little bit. So we're getting in that. Rolling Stone, mini R. Kelly situation. Mom claims Ezra Miller physically assaulted her, brainwashed 18-year-old. So now there's an additional wrinkle to where now the mother's coming out and giving more details, saying that Ezra Miller physically assaulted the mother in an incident in Santa Monica involving an Uber car door. Which, if this is true, this adds an even more wrinkle to this situation. So, getting in here, the parents of Gibson Iron Eyes, a Standing Rock activist who Ezra Miller met when Gibson was 12. Again, I have a lot of questions about a 23, 24-year-old befriending a 12-year-old. That's just very odd to me.
For sure.
The parents of Gibson Iron Eyes are seeking a protective order on behalf of the now 18-year-old, according to documents obtained by Rolling Stone. Gibson parents claim their child is facing huge mental health struggles and is being groomed and controlled by Miller, as the actor gave them a high dose of LSD earlier this year. In documents filed at the Standing Rock Sioux Tribal Court on Tuesday, Gibson's parents, Chase Iron Eyes and Sarah Jumping Eagle, filed a petition for a restraining order on behalf of Gibson in an attempt to have their child returned to their care after they were successfully awarded temporary guardianship over Gibson late last month. Miller is now required to appear before the South Dakota court on July 12th. If Miller fails to appear, the restraining order will be granted. If they were of their right mind and just making jacked up decisions, I would be like, okay, you have to learn the hard way, Jumping Eagle tells Rolling Stone about Gibson. The activist now goes by Gibson over their birth name. But they're not only having mental health issues, there's a predator taking advantage of them at the same time. So the mother, guys, so we're clear on this, Sarah Jumping Eagle, she's saying, like, if she's like wants to do drugs and all this stuff, that's fine. That's her decision to make. But their problem is that they believe that their daughter is being taken advantage of by a predator. And that's why they're concerned. It's not the fact that she's on her own being an adult. It's that she's being taken advantage of by someone, which is an important distinction to make. That's what they're worried about.
It has nothing to do with the fact that she's non-binary.
No, even in the statement, she's using the correct pronouns. She's using the correct pronouns, referring to her daughter as they, them. So this notion that they're transphobic or bigots, I don't think holds any weight here.
And when you even look at the history of, like, I remember when that came out, I actually looked at their Twitter and things that they posted, and I didn't get that from them. They seemed very progressive, but and liberal, and the types of things that they would be posting. So that to me, I felt like didn't seem like it matched with their core belief system based on things that I've seen them post and tweet. So yeah.
How long is how long are they have been traveling with Ezra?
It seems to have been for months, maybe a while, maybe even years.
Okay.
Basically, as far as we know, the first interaction came when she was 12 years old. We're getting into the Daily Mail article later, which seems to imply something pretty bad, which we'll get to in a second too. Because like I said,
And that's the one that I haven't even had a chance to read. So
yeah. So in an email to Rolling Stone Wednesday night, Gibson denied allegations that they were being controlled by the Flash actor. The notion that I've been brainwashed or that I've been coerced in any context is grotesquely false, Gibson wrote. My independence from my family in this way is new and complex. The reaction to my actions is not my responsibility, and I've tried to have civil virtual interactions with both of them and failed. Gibson continued to call their parents' concern blatantly insulting and shared that Ezra and our crew will speak about their story when we see fit. For media outlets and the public to believe in sensationalized my parents' claims is a gruesome violation of my dignity and Ezra's, Gibson wrote, before thanking those who are making efforts to support, not undermine, my autonomy. Lawyers for Miller did not reply to repeated requests for comment. According to Gibson's parents, the activist and Miller developed a friendship when Gibson was a tween and Miller was in his early 20s. Again, I have a lot of questions about that because that's very inappropriate in my opinion. Miller later invited Gibson to interview their group's sons of an illustrious father for Sleek magazine and a trip to Europe. I didn't understand why Ezra, who was at this point was 11 years older than my child, thought it was okay to take a teenager on a trip, jumping Eagle tells Rolling Stone.
Well, how did that happen, though? I don't get that.
That is the biggest question, why her parents would even allow her to take the trip. That is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to, hold on. I'm not going to stand for that at all. I'm not trying to do public defamation at all. I am simply reading an article and we're having a discussion about it. I'm not trying to defame anybody.
If you listen to
anything I said, listen to anything I said about this topic, I have been proposing and I have been a proponent of due process and waiting for this court case. To act like I'm trying to publicly defame someone is ridiculous.
Yes. Like
we have to have nuance here, Zeno. Nuance.
Yeah. RJ has said
I have a lot of concerns.
We need more information about this. I mean, he's given a bit of his opinion. But RJ has been very...
Again, me saying I have concerns does not equate to this guy is a monster, this guy is this or that. I'm simply saying I have concerns and questions, which is only a natural thing to have in a situation like this.
At the very least, there's giant leaps of logic here for Ezra to be doing all this, to be getting involved with all this stuff consistently, like all the time. I do know one thing. Ezra followed me right away on Instagram when I followed Ezra. I'm just saying Ezra seems to get involved with a lot of stuff.
Me too.
Regardless of these accusations. So I just,
So just to continue, the petition filing came just one day after Gibson issued their own statement on Instagram saying the Millers provided nothing but loving support and valuable protection without the spirit of loss. Following the death of a friend named William earlier this year. So I'm an adult and I deserve to feel authority in my own body. Yada, yada, yada. We read that part.
Zeno, come on. Be cool, man. He doesn't sue. Ezra's not suing some unnamed YouTuber that has 20 people watching.
I think you need to keep your head out of the clouds and maybe come back to reality a bit. If you don't like what we're discussing, maybe come back later.
He's going to sue all of us over... Or Ezra's going to sue all of us over all the outlets that are covering this. Rolling Stone.
Yeah, I mean, like, seriously. Like, that's a very idiotic thing to say.
I mean...
Sorry.
Yeah, bigger YouTubers.
Yeah, are they going to sue? Are they going to sue John Campia for talking about this too?
No, defamation usually will go towards the source of the accusation, not us. We didn't. Hey, I don't have an Ezra Miller story. If I bring up an Ezra Miller story, then Ezra has. But any court would probably throw it out if a YouTuber. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. Again, just trying to stay on topic and ignoring idiocy.
Be nice too, though, RJ.
Why? Why should I be nice? He's basically saying I'm publicly defaming someone.
No, I know when they easily laughed it off. Don't if it doesn't really worry you, don't worry about it. But there's a lot of people that are too sensitive about the Ezra situation.
I agree with that 100%. In their post,
Yep.
in their post, Gibson accused their parents of psychological manipulation, transphobia, and called their parents' efforts to get rid of Miller from their life as traumatically life-altering. They also seek therapy. So here's the new information. However, when speaking to Rolling Stone, Gibson's parents claimed that the former Standing Rock activist did not write the Instagram statement. That Miller asked Gibson,
I'm sorry. I want to say something now after my neighbor's truck. Sorry, excuse me. You know,
Yeah, go
for
ahead.
me, and to me, this type of issue is very personal. Okay, I have been in a grooming situation and dealt with a narcissist. So for me, these type of things are very, very personal. So for me, it's not about the drama of it all. Really, it's about is this young person, are they a victim? And
I think it's
also
very. Yeah.
What is this parent feeling? Because I'm wondering how I would feel if that was my child.
I just think it's very
and seeing the things
disingenuous to
that
say that
she's saying.
people don't
So,
care about something because, like, it's implying that we're not genuinely concerned about this. This is somebody's child. This is a very serious thing. That is something I feel like does need to be treated with some seriousness, and to imply that none of us genuinely care about it, I think is very disingenuous. So
well, some people actually really took the accountability over entertainment seriously.
Yeah.
So, there is, and it's not us that's bringing it into. It's being in the public. It's not. We're not doing it.
Right,
It's
and
happening.
again, if you don't like us talking about a certain topic, then maybe come back and watch us later, or don't watch it all. Right? I mean, that's. I hate being like that, but if it's really that upsetting to you, then don't watch.
Well, I don't want to tell the viewers to leave, but I understand your point there, RJ. Listen, if you don't, we don't have to address every comment either. If we disagree, we disagree. So
yeah, I just
Zeno has the right. Let's just move on because we have fun stuff to do too.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, Gibson's parents are claiming that the former Standing Rock activist does not write the Instagram statement that Miller asked Gibson to not carry around a phone. That Miller asked Gibson to not carry around a phone for their safety, and also has control over their personal belongings, including their ID and passport, and that Gibson does not own a personal phone. So that's the interesting part too, because remember in Hawaii, that couple claimed that Ezra stole their IDs and passports too. Remember that? So the parents are saying something very similar happened to their daughter. So maybe potential pattern of behavior in that regard. I don't know. They also claim that Miller gave Gibson LSD and alcohol in January, which left Gibson's with a days-long bad trip that led them to fly to South Dakota to pick up their child, who was staying with Miller, and take them to a mental health hospital. I was concerned about Gibson's safety. They're basically in a mini R. Kelly situation. It really reminds me of that, how they're isolating people just to see them from their families and friends. Oliver Ignatius, the music producer who claimed to Rolling Stone that Miller stole music they worked on together, shared that he was also extremely uncomfortable witnessing the relationship between Gibson and Miller. Ignatius said he believed at first that Miller was attempting to help Gibson's singing career. I really just had to conclude
very like
their
R. Kelly.
relationship.
It sounds very like.
It does sound well like R. Kelly, actually.
Yeah.
I really just had to conclude the relationship had become totally inappropriate, and that's about as much as I can really say about it, to be honest. I was extremely uncomfortable with a lot of the things that were going on around them and in their vicinity. Along with the claims surrounding their child, Jumping Eagle also has claimed that Miller physically assaulted her during a late May trip to Santa Monica to receive Gibson. Over Zoom, Jumping Eagle showed Rolling Stone purple bruises on her arms that she claims were caused by Miller slamming an Uber car door on her. Jumping Eagle said she also filed a police report. Rolling Stone could not confirm the status of said report, nor whether the bruises were caused by Miller. Our main goal is to get Gibson to safety and help them figure out what's going on with their mental health. Whatever they decide to do with their life, we just want them to live independently and make their own decisions in life. So that was the Rolling Stone article.
Hi, CTH.
So,
welcome.
Hello.
And I just want to clarify, man, baby, none of us here are transphobic. We are trying
Listen,
as best as
you
we
have
can.
to. Yeah, you have to
Sometimes it's
give
like a
people
slip.
leniency with the pronouns. If people are saying I don't care or that's weird.
Yeah,
that's a
I'm
different
trying
thing.
to be as
one's saying
respectful as I can.
That is. I am. Yeah, I don't think none of us are transphobic at all.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like
So,
it's sometimes it's a slip up. That's all.
Right.
So yeah.
And this was the Daily Mail article, which has a lot of freaking pop-up ads, which really annoys me. Okay, and this is the new information that came out a little bit ago, which I think is very concerning. Tearful parents of missing Teen claim queer Flash star Ezra Miller tried to climb into bed with her when she was 14 and they were 25, then brainwashed her and pilled her with LSD, booze, and weed. That part I think is very concerning. Scandal hit Ezra Miller groomed and then brainwashed the teenage girl. They are accused in court papers of controlling her children. Mom told Daily Mail exclusively. The actor allegedly tried to get into bed with Dakota Iron Eyes, a member of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, during a trip to London when she was just 14. We can also reveal that is disturbing, if that is true. That Ezra would try and get into bed with the 14-year-old when he was 25. That is really concerning. And that's kind of just the thing that is sad. Again, that's kind of a troubling thing, if true.
For sure.
That's very, yeah.
Anguished mother, Dr. Sarah Jumping Eagle, said she and her lawyer husband, Chase Iron Eyes, now have no idea where 18-year-old Dakota is. After lodging legal papers for a protected order against Miller 29 on behalf of their activist daughter, the mom say she last saw Dakota in Santa Monica on May 29th in a harrowing street encounter after she and Chase flew from their home in North Dakota following a tip that the teen was in California with the Flash star. Miller and Dakota jumped in a taxi after being confronted and sped off, she said. Unable to hold back tears, Sarah told DailyMail.com in an exclusive interview, "I would say to her now what I said to her as she was going down the road away from me. I love you, and I just want you to, and that I want you to be safe." And that's the picture of both of them on an Instagram thing, which is, there's some more pictures. So this picture, I know that people have brought up too. The star established contact with Dakota Iron Eyes under the pretense of helping the Standing Rock Sioux tribe during a movement to stop an underground oil pipeline. Dakota and her father pictured in December 2021 when the actor came to visit. So that is apparently how the contact may have happened when Ezra was claiming to try and help the Sioux tribe during an oil crisis, the underground oil pipeline, which is a big deal in a lot of the middle of the country.
Okay. So there's something to be said there, at least that met on. This situation is not the great. Situation is not good, but it seems like Ezra was in an activist movement to help this tribe at the beginning. So I don't know, and then it got weird after that. I don't know if that means anything, but
yeah. Sarah, a pediatrician, faltered before continuing. I would say you don't deserve to be in a toxic relationship where you're not being protected. You are beautiful and amazing. You are a shining light. You should just be allowed to be yourself. She said that Dakota was like a zombie and very, very thin when they last saw her. Chase, 44, and Sarah have lodged legal papers, which contain startling accusations against the troubled star. A hearing is set for next month. And again, it goes on to talk about the LSD and the skull thing. The bruises that they found, her not having her legal papers and documentation, car keys, bank cards. And when the teenager was returned to her parents' home, she fled. So they're saying that she fled again. So somehow she got away and was able to get to New York to reunite with Miller. And they have since allegedly been traveling together to Vermont, Hawaii, and Los Angeles. Mom Sarah told DailyMail.com, "During this entire time since then, we have only been able to talk to Dakota 3 times on the phone. 2 of those times, Ezra interrupted, and I could also hear him in the background, so we weren't able to freely have a discussion. Ezra has control over Dakota's Instagram account, which is really the only way I have been able to send her messages. She barely replied, and sometimes I couldn't tell if it was Dakota or Ezra replying. Ezra was isolating Dakota from her family and friends and then brainwashing her. She is still with them. I don't know where. When I tried to talk to her, they jumped in a car and took off. We have no idea of their location. I am fearing for her safety." The lawsuit is the latest legal case involving the star, who was arrested in Hawaii in April for allegedly throwing a chair at a woman's head after refusing to leave her home, weeks after another arrest for spitting in someone's face in a bar during a game of darts. The most serious allegations over Dakota by Chase, a former Democratic House candidate for Dakota's wife, can be revealed in detail for the first time by Daily Mail. So they actually have the legal documentation here. Okay. So that is actually good to see. We can see the report. I don't know if you guys want to take a look at that, though, because it is a lot. But this like I said, I mean, this is a petition for a protection order. So this is what
Okay.
they filed. So yeah.
Well, we
The
have to be
recent
careful.
filing here. This is the most recent thing here that they
This is
just
on June
filed
7th.
this.
Yeah.
No,
2 days ago.
let's be clear for any critics
We're all,
of
it's
covering
all
this topic.
allegedly,
We want Ezra to be.
But we're just saying that they filed this. That is a fact that they filed this report. Okay.
Yeah, and there are things
for protection order
that with minors that are really unsettling. Those are facts. You know, that the relationship started before this person was of age.
And then you also have to take into account, Max, even though it was very cryptic and we don't have a lot of that information, that weird stuff that, Jess, was it in May when the girl, or April when she posted those cryptic things about her relationship with Ezra on social media?
Yeah.
Do you want me to read the petition, or
Yeah,
would you rather we just?
Look, we'll read a bit of it.
I'm not going to read. I'm going to read just
I'm
going to read just the grooming part. So this is the petition they filed about this is what they said about grooming. Ezra Miller has groomed Dakota Iron Eye since Dakota was 12 years old. Miller came to the Standing Rock Reservation in 2016 and established contact with Dakota Iron Eyes under the pretense of assisting the Standing Rock Sioux tribe during the No DAPL movement by lending Ezra Miller's celebrity influence, presence, and network and crafting media for and with the youth of Standing Rock. Ezra Miller took an immediate and apparent innocent liking to Dakota Iron Eyes and began to formulate relations with Dakota. Ezra flew Dakota Iron Eyes and other Standing Rock tribal members to London, United Kingdom, toured the Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them studio, in which Miller plays a significant character. So it was not just Dakota who was flown out; it was other members of the tribe. So it was
that's important. That is important.
That is important.
Yes,
and Ezra is maybe if we're assuming positive intent, even though it's for an event for Ezra's project, and that would be something exciting for a younger person, regardless.
Sorry, I'm trying to get back to where I was. In December 2017, where Miller attempted to sleep in the same bed as Dakota Iron Eyes, who was 14 years old at that time, Miller being 25 years old at the time as he is 11 years older. Ezra was prevented from sleeping in the same bed with Dakota at that time by a chaperone.
Okay, good.
The chaperone witness was in the same sleeping quarters as Dakota and Ezra and can attest to this as the witness lives at the Standing Rock Reservation. Dakota's parents learned of this episode in June 2022. So
why did they only learn of it then, though? That's weird.
Well, so the parents are not made aware of this until recently, is what they're saying.
Okay. That's concerning that a chaperone only bring this up now. That's weird. Like, why, if you were a chaperone and this happened and you stopped it, why would you not tell this? Dakota's parents?
Probably money, fear of retaliation. Ezra is Ezra Miller. You have to also think about like power dynamics and things like that. Some people are scared to lose their jobs, or maybe they were being paid, or anything like that, or losing access to things that they needed. But I mean, it is concerning that why didn't you tell the parents before? But
that's a fair thing to ask. Dakota has read all the available Harry Potter books and is enamored by the fantasy celebrity Ezra Miller at all times during her still formative years as a young adolescent. Ezra has recently and violently abused Dakota's vulnerability and trust. Then this is the last part. Dakota Iron Eye, sorry, the top part's a little blurred out. Dakota Iron Eye spent the next 3 weeks of doing everything from whatever drugs were used with Ezra Miller during the preceding time frame, at the very least cannabis, alcohol, LSD. Additionally, a series of Lakota traditional cleansing renewal ceremonies were conducted to assist in the healing process of Dakota. It wasn't until 10 days went by that Dakota's parents felt that Dakota would be able to function in some capacity on her own. Dakota told her parents that Ezra Miller was using ketamine and that Dakota was deeply impacted by Ezra Miller's voodoo priest associate. Voodoo priest associate? What? So that must be one of Ezra's friends then. Okay, that's interesting. After 2 weeks of detoxification and targeted ceremony and mental health rehabilitation, Dakota began to ask for an identification card, driver's license, a bank card, a phone, and transport to obtain the aforementioned. Chase ionized took Dakota and guided her through each step to obtain a duplicate driver license, a debit card for her own account, and a replacement phone. Dakota told her parents that she was going to go stay with a friend in Brooklyn, New York to focus on art, music, and give space and time for healing. Dakota's parents agreed, and immediately a flight was purchased. Dakota's parents thought this purchase was made by Dakota's friend. It could have also been made by Ezra Miller in retrospect for Dakota to go to Brooklyn, New York. So the parents did give her permission to go to Brooklyn, New York, but they were under the pretense that she was staying with someone else.
Okay.
What they're claiming. Okay. Within hours of landing in New York on February 20th, 2022, it was apparent that Dakota and Ezra had crafted a plan in which Dakota would be picked up in New York by Ezra Miller and an associate on or about February 21st, 2022, which happened immediately. The Brooklyn friend was apparently unaware of Dakota and Ezra's plan. So Dakota apparently used this friend to get with Ezra in New York City. That's the claim being made on why she was able to get back.
We have to understand, if it was your child too, even if they're of age 18 now, you would, I mean, anyone would rightly be concerned with all the press surrounding Ezra.
Yeah.
Anyone. So you would we have to be, we can't assume things on either side. Parents want to be concerned for their child. We can't assume that they're doing it for reasons other than they're a parent. Parents, even though Dakota is 18 now, giving an 18-year-old alcohol, that depending on where you're at too, that has ramifications, and especially
it's called an unlawful transaction with a minor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To get to that's not just for alcohol or illegal drugs. That's tobacco, any substance that someone under the age is not able to obtain. That is lethal. That is an unlawful transaction with a minor.
Right.
Yeah.
So just to finish this out, sometime after this deceitful reunification, Dakota and Ezra are spotted in Los Angeles late February to early March before they make their way to Hawaii. While in Hawaii during March and April 2022, Dakota is subjected to more corruption of a minor. There's documented TMZ video of Ezra Miller dancing in a bar while Dakota looks on from inside the bar. There's additional video and photos of Dakota accompanying Ezra while they are being kicked out of the bar. There's evidence that Ezra Miller was the subject of 10 different calls to Hawaii law enforcement. There's personal witnesses who saw Ezra Miller abandon Dakota on the side of the road with no identification, no bank card, no phone, while in the middle of her menstruation crying. Holy shit. Well, this makes sense, though, because the TMZ articles were showing the bar in Hawaii, and she would have to have been there during the time Ezra was getting into legal trouble there. So, holy shit. Yeah, this is bad, guys. This is really bad. The witness who can verify with personal knowledge as they were recording music with Ezra Miller the week of March 14, 2022, took Dakota to a Walgreens and purchased basic feminine hygiene products and secured Dakota's lodging and safety needs for the day. Ezra Miller was arrested twice while in Hawaii, is the subject of a restraining order for threatening to bury a man and his slut wife. These victims were actually hosting Ezra Miller and Dakota Ionize in their home. While attempting to steal the man's identification, passport, and wallet with credit cards, etc., Ezra also hit a woman in the head with a chair during these tumultuous and dangerous episodes in Hawaii. This is all reported in various media outlets. So Ezra and Dakota were together during the time they were staying at that person's house. So all of these stories are all connected. This is all the same story. This is shocking, actually. I am wow.
Everybody thought that he was alone and was just out here by himself.
But this entire time he was in Hawaii, he was with this 18-year-old girl that the parents were desperately trying to get back, and they did not know that they were traveling around together, because this is bad, guys. I'm sorry. I read a lot. I need to rest my voice. You guys take over. What do you guys think about all this?
Let me try to understand. This trip started with the New York situation where it was under false pretenses that it would be with someone else.
Then they went to Los Angeles. Then there was some kind of event in Santa Monica. And then
Dakota is with Ezra right now based on that initial false pretense.
Based on what Dakota, based on what we know, Dakota is still with Ezra. Yes.
No, I mean, but that's where it started, was the New York thing, and then they just traveled everywhere and ended up in Hawaii. Is that what am I missing something?
Dakota or Gibson. I think they go by Gibson now. Gibson was with Ezra during Ezra's meltdown in Hawaii. And the parents are claiming that Ezra, during his violent episodes,
Well,
left Dakota on the side of the road.
Let's be clear that we're Ezra's time in court or whatever legal ramifications, but ultimately there seems to be two facts that we know for sure. False pretenses of when Ezra established this current trip with Dakota, and there, from what we've heard, at least alcohol to someone that's not of legal age. Who knows what else?
That's what I said. I don't understand why
that off. You can't.
Yeah,
brush
no,
that
you
off.
can't. And this is what's really pissed me off about this, to be honest. I feel like there are genuinely some people out there who are downplaying this and are not giving this the seriousness that it deserves. And I feel like there are some people who are getting way too close to the situation, and I feel like they are not looking at this and objectively at this point, this behavior is not okay.
Listen, if you really care about what Ray Fisher said, accountability over attainment, that means putting accountability over all else. When you're talking about people you like, people you're a fan of. I'm still a fan of Ezra's work. I hope things get worked out, but I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Maybe he cares about that shit.
Yeah, and so here this video is her after this was released, RJ, correct, after the Rolling Stone article, correct?
Are you talking about the specific video?
Yeah, this video.
This specific video was published almost immediately after the Rolling Stone article came out.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're gonna look at this right here, and this is her account, and you all judge it for yourself. I'm gonna play this for you.
I've become aware that some people are saying that my statements were not written by me. I'd like to clarify that they are, in fact, directly from me. Nobody is controlling my Instagram account. I don't have a phone right now out of my own personal conviction. And honestly, it's really distressing that the narrative of the victim in question is not being granted any trust. I worked really hard to make really clear what was going on. And if the statements are too profoundly contrasting to whatever assumptions those of us have garnered and have chosen to carry, I'd like to say that it's nobody's business and that no one is owed a story or an outcome. This is my life. These are my decisions. And I'm disappointed in my parents and the press in every way. Thank you.
Okay. Now that is Dakota, that's Dakota speaking for Dakota's self. That should be considered.
It should be considered.
I mean, there's
Can I just be honest,
subjectivity about,
Can I just be honest, though, really
yes.
quick?
Yeah.
Watching that video did not fill me with any confidence. To be honest, that video felt very off and weird to me. Maybe it's just me, but
she's
something
looking,
about that video did not feel right.
The way her eye contact is, the way she's.
But we should, at the same point, while you could definitely be critical, we still have to say that's the Dakota herself.
It is. It is.
But
It's
if
just something felt off
this,
about it.
Nah.
It
the
didn't feel
thing is
natural.
though, if the accusations are true and there is a grooming situation, that's not going to make a video like this easy, easily digestible. Like if it's accurate, if the parents are accurate. So I don't know what to think of this. This is weird.
It's very weird, but I would just say this, like, obviously I'm gonna wait for the court system. I want due process, obviously. The court date's July 12th. It'll be about a month until we hear more about this. I can't speak necessarily publicly about this, but it does seem like Dakota may, be reaching out to some stuff, and she may be making some statements of her own soon. We'll see.
Okay.
But this is bad, guys. Like there's no sugarcoating this. This is what gets frustrating too. I feel like a lot of people are downplaying this a lot, and what that makes it really frustrating, pisses me off personally.
Okay.
How much
takes you personally?
No, I'm not gonna take it personal. You know that. I'm not. I'm just saying. At this point, this individual, Ezra Miller, does not deserve the benefit of the doubt anymore. There is a clear, repeated, toxic behavior. Something is going on.
Exactly.
Something is not right. And to pretend like everything is just fine and hunky dory and that there's nothing wrong, I don't understand that. There is something going on here. I'm not saying either way, because grooming is a very serious accusation, and I would not dare want to label anybody anything.
It has to be proven.
It has to be proven. Whatever, dude. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't have it out for anybody. My whole thing is something's going on here, and it's not good. Okay? I want there to be due process, but I am not going to give Ezra Miller the benefit of the doubt anymore. I'm not. How many more things need to come out before we just sit here and say there's something going on, and maybe this guy is not as good as people want to believe he is? Supposedly,
Exactly.
Getting arrested for throwing a chair at a woman's head, causing an injury to her. The spitting incident in the bar. Getting violent and drunk at the bar. This grooming accusation. Choking a woman to the ground outside of a bar in Iceland. This is way too much.
And then the small, and without the incidents where he wasn't arrested in Hawaii, there were other small little times where the police were called because of incidents involving him, and he wasn't taken into custody. Okay?
Yeah. And I agree with Caden. If Ezra doesn't show up in court, then he gets no benefit of the doubt. I sincerely hope he shows up next month, because read the article. If he doesn't show up, the restraining order gets granted automatically. So I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt. There's no, maybe this.
I still am giving Ezra the benefit of the doubt, but there's things here that did not look good and things that I can't defend. There's some things that I can't defend. Did RJ leave? Okay. There's things that I can't defend, like meeting people under false pretenses to their family and potentially illicit drugs and alcohol to someone that's not of legal age. I cannot, if there's any truth to that.
Allegedly trying to get in the bed with her.
That's here. And here's the thing too, right?
Causing physical injury to the mother.
The facts of the situation, right, is that Ezra Miller, as a 23-year-old man, formed a close connection with a 12-year-old girl. I am sorry. I'm not going to sugarcoat that.
That's alarm bells and everyone's. Yeah.
That's weird. That is weird. That's not natural. Okay? And Ezra is responsible for putting himself in that position.
Just so you know, as a social media influencer, which we all are, we have to be careful with our underage viewers as well. That's if you have to be an adult about this. That's the adult responsibility, not to blur the lines with underage people. You can't cross these lines, and Ezra doesn't. Whether you think Ezra's done something or not, Ezra crosses lines that are not appropriate for people underage.
Ezra, I think that Ezra has an issue with appropriateness.
And I think that just by us discussing these issues, showing a pattern here, how many times can you continue to say, well, give him the benefit of the doubt? The benefit of the doubt. There's a pattern of behavior here. No one is condemning him if he's innocent. but we are pointing out that this behavior continues, right? This is not a one-time situation. This is not the second time, right? This is multiple situations at this point. Right? And the fact that we're talking about it and we're presenting the articles and the information in the articles as it is. We even pulled up her response. So I think that we have shown both sides.
Yeah, listen, I defend
argument.
due process. I still think Ezra has due process, but
No,
there's
of
things
course it
there
is.
that are.
I hope to God that none of this is true.
Yeah, me too.
I hope that they can prove all this in court, that none of this happened.
Yeah,
but I'm not holding my breath though, and I give Ezra no benefit of the doubt.
Honestly, just the part where they thought Dakota was meeting someone else in New York.
Yes, that's also concerning. There's some kind of
if it was a relationship that was innocent, why would Ezra go along with that? Why would Ezra? If it's true, too.
That's a good question. Why would Ezra?
So
why would Ezra
as a functioning
thing? Yes,
as a functioning adult that has their senses about them, why would you go along with false pretenses? That's I mean, there's no accusations about the parents so far. I don't think.
Well, I have questions for the parents too, though, because
there's also some. There is.
I agree with
there's some weird
the
things.
Parents willingly put her in dangerous situations, and they're responsible too. I agree with
that. And it kind of reminds you of like a little bit of R. Kelly. Like you get these stars in your eyes, and you're like, oh, Ezra Miller, and you can help my daughter's career, and then you kind of like put your child out there in a way, and you feel like you can trust these people. Because you think that somehow celebrity and money equals, morale, someone having, morals. And that's not the case, right? And a lot of times those situations happen and it's horrible. Like, why are you just letting your child go with people that you don't know, unsupervised, without parental guidance and oversight? I know as a parent, I would never do that. I wouldn't be like, hey, go ahead. Go to London for 2 years. I'll see you.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't hit the thumbs up,
I was going to mention really quick.
Thumbs up the video. We got 58 people watching. It would be, and this is Ashley is hosting this episode, but it would be good if maybe we didn't go past an hour with this specific topic and got to some fun as well.
Yeah, but I do want to hear after RJ makes his point, I want to hear other people
panel. Get our final thoughts.
And then I do want to know what he's bringing up this Discord thing, so maybe RJ can.
Yeah, I can bring that up in a second too. But just to address your question, Forth, that is a valid question based on what parents are saying. The parents are saying that they allowed their daughter to travel with other members of their tribe, the Sioux tribe in what was it, North Dakota, South Dakota? They allowed her to travel to the set of Fantastic Beasts with the tribe to go visit Ezra Miller, who apparently came to them to support them during an oil protest as an activist thing, right? So that's how it started. They did, according to the parents, she did have a chaperone with them. The chaperone noticed some weird behavior. They put a stop to that before things could escalate, right? And seemingly, based on what they're saying in the petition, their petition is making it sound like Dakota went behind their parents' back a little bit, was trying to travel to meet up Ezra during multiple points, and then somehow, again, she made contact with them again in New York City, et cetera, et cetera. That's seemingly what's being implied. I mean, again, the Daily Mail article does have the petition, so I recommend everyone go read that for yourselves, just to make sure you have the information, you can process that, and not have to hear a regurgitate from us, because sometimes it could work better that way to read it on your own. But that's that. In regards to the Discord thing that Donovan's bringing up, there is apparently a Discord where there's a bunch of Ezra Miller stain accounts plotting against people, talking bad about Ezra.
That happens on everything.
Yeah, it happens in a lot of stuff, but I'm just saying, apparently there are rumors that Ezra is running multiple Twitter accounts to defend themselves. There are friends of Ezra and bandmates who are in contact with YouTube content creators, I believe, trying to do damage control a little bit, it seems like. There's just some weird stuff going on, right? I think it's a lot of online PR damage control, and fanatic fanboys and fangirls trying to run defense for an actor they find attractive. So it's weird. Some weird stuff going on there. But I need to rest my voice. I need to let y'all say stuff because I'm reading too much.
Well, Ashley, should we go around the panel? Get our. Oh, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Forgot I muted myself. Yes, DL. What do you think?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I don't want to say too much without getting the full picture. But whether he comes out innocent or guilty, this is looking very horrible for him. This is a PR nightmare for him. I don't see how, with that whatever project he's going to be in the future, I don't know how they're going to promote it. I don't know how he's going to do press because this is going to haunt him. So it's like, and I'm very disappointed in Warner Brothers and whoever is like in charge of him, PR wise, whatever, or like whoever's supposed to get him help. I'm very disappointed that they've been staying silent all this time. I said from the beginning, they should have put a cap on this a long time ago, not wait for it to get worse. They wait for it to get worse, and now we're here. I don't know how they're going to promote The Flash at this point. I don't know how they're going to do marketing for this film. It's looking really, really bad. I will be shocked if he's still The Flash after this movie comes out. And whatever project he was about to be in, I'll be surprised if he's still in it. Ray Fisher talked about accountability over entertainment a long time ago. It seems like they don't give a shit about that.
No.
So, but as I said, I don't want to draw any conclusions because we don't have all the facts. We don't have all the statements. We'll see what happens at court. I hope he comes. I hope the best for Ezra. I hope all this is not true, but it's really looking awful for him.
I'm waiting to support Ezra, but it's like too much. That's all.
Yes. Well,
it's too much. I want Ezra to be the Flash. I'm looking forward to the Flash. I don't want anything to happen to Ezra or anyone else. It's too much at this point. And listen, we're not tabloid either. When things go into the general movie news, you cover it, just like John Campea covers it, just like All Movie Talk covers it. It doesn't give us joy to cover this. I would rather be talking about how the Flash is coming out and there's a bright future for DC EU, or there's a bright future for Ezra. If Ezra was, I would love Ezra to be cast by Zack Snyder in a project, but that's probably not going to happen. Forget about WB. Honestly, this isn't helping Ezra's career. So as a genuine fan of Ezra, I want Ezra to get Ezra's shit together. I mean, if there's a path forward now, I don't know if there is a path forward.
I mean, if you're grooming people, and I don't see how. I mean, this is beyond dependency issues, and this is a bigger thing if this is happening. Well, Jarbo's here. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. It's a rainy day in the Northwest, and apparently also on Ezra's career.
So, what are your thoughts and opinions on this?
Man, it's I think a few months ago we talked about mental health being an issue for Ezra, and how the stuff with the KKK and the multiple arrests in Hawaii at those bars. We're talking about how maybe Ezra's just having a bad run of things. There were some rumors, some murmurings that there's a reason why Ezra was in Hawaii, and it was a personal issue. So, okay, maybe some benefit of the doubt can be granted under that particular idea, However, I think after this stuff has come out, and as more information has come out, we can start to see that there is a deep-rooted pattern happening. And it's entirely possible, again, I have no evidence at hand to make any accusation, but it is entirely possible that Ezra was grooming a 12-year-old girl.
Allegedly.
And well, I said potentially, I know. It's speculation. I know, objection, hearsay, Max. But no, it's my speculative belief there at this point is that Ezra was grooming this person. And I believe that there were lies told to the parents in order to whisk her away. under false pretenses.
Right. Real quick, we want to mention too, Matt, because I know you're coming in late. We did read the Daily Mail article. The Daily Mail article was the first website to actually have the actual petition to get the protective order for Dakota, and it broke down the timeline of events, why Ezra Miller came in contact with the family, what happened, why she went to New York City under like the parents' noses. They didn't know that she was going to go meet with Ezra, et cetera, et cetera. Just so we're aware.
Okay. I have not. I was listening to the January 6th hearing, so I am coming in late to this conversation, and I will be going through it tonight on my show as well. However, that information sheds a whole new light on it, right? But I think one thing we do know about Ezra Miller is that Ezra is a good actor. Ezra has a bit of a silver tongue. You know, Ezra is really good at convincing people that Ezra is not a bad person. Ezra is really good at sliding up into DMs and being like, "Yo, what up?" and just chatting with people and getting them to then run to their defense and to not criticize them under any circumstance. And we're seeing a bit of this.
Let me reiterate that on my channel, I give hosts carte blanche to cover topics, and I don't censor. And this can include hot topics, and not everyone's going to agree. And me personally, I am still seeing the Flash movie unless Ezra is convicted of something, and then I will reevaluate it there. Me personally. So there's definitely alarm bells in my mind. But everyone has a different opinion here in the chat, and let's be respectful and not take it personally. And honestly, in the grand scheme of things, this, even though we have 60 viewers and only 25 likes, what? Only 25 likes? But this stream really does not have any impact whatsoever on what happens with Ezra's career, Ezra getting charged with something, and these issues are. When do you cover it? Just like when do you cover rumors? Do you cover it after the fact? It's fair to cover if it's in the general public news. Unfortunately, there's some things
this isn't just tabloid news. This is in major Hollywood trades now.
Just like the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I don't really like covering that too much, but it's a thing that's usually into the tabloids, gone into the general public.
But Max, at this point,
entertainers have been slowly getting, including the Will Smith slap.
Yeah.
They have become. They're not acting appropriately, age appropriately across the board.
Just to jump in real quick, Max,
into the mainstream. They're waking
Max,
their way
I think I understand what you're saying. You're saying that you believe you have a right to cover the story. That's basically what you're saying. That you.
Well, I say I don't even think that a lot of us like to cover tabloids, and we don't really like to cover this, but it's a duty. It's a duty as someone in movie talk. Especially what's happening with the industry, it's become a pattern of people in the industry behaving a certain way and making it into the general news. And this is a detriment to all the entertainment industry, honestly. This is all what Ezra's actions are really putting a hurt on all the people involved in the Flash movie, all those young actors and actresses. And that's a shame. They don't deserve all this.
Everyone who worked on that film, and it apparently the test screenings, people said it was an exceptional film.
Every time there's good news.
So and he is playing the Flash. We cover, DC films, superhero stuff, and he is the lead in this film, right? And so us talking about this is part of the entertainment, right, world. So,
well, I think, look, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think anyone needs to justify anything, to be fair. I think the people in the chat that are predominantly pushing. Hold on. The people in the chat that I see that are predominantly questioning this have no problem going to other streams where they slander and defame others for simply disagreeing with them. So that person can pound sand.
Okay, well, listen.
Well, no, I didn't name the name, but I'm pointing out a reality.
I just want to keep it civil here.
Well, no, but here's the thing.
We are going to move on to other topic too, as well, after we get our final.
Sure. Obviously, this is not something you cover all night long. Clearly, there's other stuff to go on to.
Yeah.
That's
something that frustrates me is we get in a hot topic and I want to move on.
Max, you stop the hot topic to backpedal and go, whoa, just let it play out, man. Because otherwise you just cut it off at the knees and then it has to rebuild steam again to get to the end.
Yeah, well, we've been talking for an hour. I'm just saying I want to wrap this up and move on.
Okay, well, just say you want to put it in the private chat. You know what? Just put Jeopardy music in there. Everyone will know what you're talking about. Wrap it up, Sharon.
please continue, Matt, and then let's get our final.
Sure.
thoughts here.
I'm basically what I'm trying to say here is that everything involving Ezra at this point is problematic. Whether or not you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, this has been an ongoing scenario of months. We're literally coming up on 6 months now, Max. 6 months of content involving Ezra Miller. That is not a flash in the pan. That is not a mistake. That's an ongoing systemic pattern of problems. All right. And so there is something there worth having the discussion on. What bothers me on a personal level is the people that are running to the defense because they have personal connection and they're being played. That's my take. That's my personal take on it. I don't think
there's a lot of people against cancel culture that really want to play out.
Okay. Yeah. You don't want me to say it. I don't want to say it here. It's not a cancel culture issue.
I know, but that's I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that's the perception that people want.
Well, when you have a person who dances around the subject for hours, all while withholding the information that they're providing some relief, if you will, to this person, that's what I have an issue with. That's where you start seeing biased approaches to things. And in this space, in this community, if you want accountability over entertainment and you preach it constantly, and then you go out and you ignore what's being said because you're being fed information privately by a person who is a silver tongue actor, I think that's problematic.
I don't want to get too specific. We all know what you're referring to.
Well, people can know what I'm saying, and you cannot know what I'm saying.
Well, we're trying to be respectful here.
I'm not trying to criticize anyone directly. I mean, with saying their name or whatever. All right, because I think this person knows exactly what they're doing. But
I don't want to.
I'm not saying
friends here.
I
know. I just want to. I understand your points, Matt, and you're fair enough to bring them up. It's not. We're in a situation where people are taking this too personally, and I don't want to go down a cycle to go back and forth.
I think that why are you taking something personal when we are merely reviewing the facts as they laid out?
No,
I think we have a right to actually have a conversation about this, though.
No. I know
her statements and her video.
Yes.
So I don't understand how you can personally feel attacked by us talking about it and then people giving their opinions.
No.
I'm
not
talking about. I know.
Last night that happened.
I know.
That's what Matt's referring to. Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying, people are getting overly sensitive about this.
Well, to echo something Max has said, and then I'll dip out. If you believe, Max, that we're influencers in this space, then holding people accountable is something that you should probably do.
I do. Right? I do want that.
Yes. Again, if you kind of pussyfoot around it, which is what's happening, it's not holding someone accountable. It's not asking them to put aside their bias and ask them to not use their platform to spread misinformation or to spread information that is counter to what we're seeing in the media. If they know something, they can't hide behind the "you don't know what I know" angle. It doesn't work that way, especially if they're providing some kind of counsel to this individual. Them talking about it in any stretch at all is unethical. Completely unethical. You can't sit there and say, I'm supporting this person privately and then defend that person publicly. It just, I'm sorry, your ethics come into play. Your morals come into question. That's where I'm at with it.
I stand by the parents' right to file any legal and search out any opportunities they have in their legal recourse. And I also, I want Ezra to have Ezra's day in court too. So I am concerned, rightfully so. I don't know if there's a plausible explanation for all this bullshit. There might not be. And you know what? I'm staying where I am. I'm trying to be neutral, and I'm just going to wait till it to play out. That's all.
Well, I need to read the petition. And I will when I get home.
The Daily Mail article.
And I do have a link to the article, so I will check it out. And obviously, look, I watched Gibson's video, and it felt like someone who was under duress. I read Gibson's statement last night. It was clearly not written by Gibson.
Subjectively,
Well, yeah. Even John Campea himself said that he has some legal expertise, and he even said he didn't feel like it was written by an 18-year-old. It didn't feel right. There's something wrong.
Well,
with
an 18-year-old that stopped schooling is concerning. Like an 18-year-old, I'm not saying 18-year-olds aren't capable of writing something like this, but it would have to be someone that's also. Isn't it true? Is that a part of it too? That this Dakota is not in school anymore? I don't know.
Yes,
I heard
they
that.
left. They left in January.
That is like someone that's not finished schooling is writing things like this.
When they were 17, Max. When they were underage. That's what we're talking about here. I don't think we can look at the situation anymore and think to ourselves that some grooming did not happen. I really feel that we look at the situation and go, there's clearly something that has gone on for years.
It doesn't feel right. This whole situation just does not feel right.
And if there's drugs and alcohol involved and you're defending this, you're defending...
No, I'm not defending that.
Not you. I mean colloquially. Mm-hmm. You know, if you are a person who is like, well, it's really the parents' fault, and removing and absolving all responsibility from the adult who is the one supplying drugs and alcohol allegedly to a minor.
And real quick too, the parents seemingly did not know about this at all, because supposedly in the petition that you will probably read later tonight, Matt, they're saying that they gave Dakota permission to go to New York, Brooklyn for mental health recovery to visit a friend. That friend did not know that Dakota and Ezra were secretly plotting to meet up with each other and abandon everything.
Okay.
To travel together.
See, and here's another thing too, is minors are allowed to travel legally with people over the age of 25. So the question then becomes, did Ezra at any point in time before Gibson turned 18 pretend to be her legal guardian for the purpose of travel? Because they seem to travel around a lot together. They seem to travel around between Vermont and Hawaii.
Los Angeles, yeah.
Los Angeles.
Dakota was in Hawaii during Ezra's meltdown. We now know
yes, and there's photos. Yeah. There's photos of when he was kicked, when Ezra was not allowed entry into the bar, where Gibson is directly behind him. So he... There we go. All right. Sorry, good order came in. But the thing is, though, it's like what you have here is a scenario where a person clearly under the influence of alcohol, clearly under the influence of some kind of narcotic, my opinion, is gallivanting around with a minor, and that minor is most likely being plied with drugs and alcohol as well. Again, my opinion. So there's no defense in this particular scenario. You can argue it any way you want to argue it. But I think on just a social level, anyone who has kids can look at this and go, there's a big problem here.
Yep.
And if you have children and you refuse to see an issue, well, you probably have all boys and don't have girls. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because there's a difference in how that shit is approached.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Do we have other comments on it?
Yeah, I wanted to get Eddie's thoughts, actually.
Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah.
When it comes to that, like I said, it's not even surprising anymore that I keep hearing shit every day from allegations against Ezra or whatever else. It's just, I really hope this isn't true, but at the same time, I don't think I could give Ezra the benefit of the doubt, because it's so this is so damning. And I hate how some people came and at least say that this looks bad in order to keep doubling down, or saying, oh no, you have to wait for, look, I want more information to come to light. Look, if this is wrong, obviously Ezra make an official statement, a press conference or something. But it's like, oh my God, just admit that this looks terrible. Stuff with the grooming and alleged other stuff with an underage girl. I mean, it's just, it's too much to really talk about. At the same time, it's like, well, it's already, I know some people don't want others to talk about it, but it's like, if it's already brought to light, all these articles, even the news talking about it, so what else can you do except give your own thoughts and try to make it a case for or against them? But it's like, I don't know. It really is too much sometimes, and it's like, I don't want to put my own biases. I want to put my own biases aside, because I do like Ezra. I do want them to continue as a Flash. I do want them to continue in Hollywood. I think they're a great actor, but it's like, bro, this is too much to handle. It's too much to see. It's like, either you have to admit that you did this stuff, or you better come out with the like during court or whatever else is gonna happen with the parents or whatever in the future. It's like, no, you got to bring your A game and just flat out tell them exactly what happened when it comes to these instances. Because people don't give a shit about the Hawaii stuff anymore, about the fights with those people. They care more about this now because this is more damning. This can really ruin your career, especially if you don't have the proper information to give out to the public about how this is BS. Because if they can prove it, or if he lacks information for it, and his career is over, they're gonna see him as a groomer and potentially just use the word pedophile. So it's like
I honestly don't know at this point how Warner Brothers could ignore this.
Well, I'd be careful with saying that word, Eddie. Though I appreciate your opinion, but going that far to couldn't say that the P word. We have to be careful there. We don't know
that would be the official terminology.
Allegedly.
If he is, you know.
Yeah, but be very careful with that word. Especially
I do want to
people
read Caden's comment because he's in the chat and he's he pays attention to a lot of this and knows a lot of people. So Caden says, I have talked to an expert, and after talking with them, I see this as a really, really bad situation. And I just sent the petition to my friend.
Petition?
Yeah, the petition that you read in the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Petition that's been made. So, I like I said, though, at this point, again, I don't understand how Warner Brothers Discovery can stay silent anymore. I guarantee you meetings are already happening once again.
Well,
John
didn't they say
Campea,
didn't they say in the last situation that they're trying to work with Ezra, or was that
well,
the scenes?
they're trying to navigate this as much as possible, but here's the difference. This is a bar incident versus the grooming of a minor. Very different situation that they're going to take way more seriously.
Like out of control partying and possible, dependency issues or not. These two don't equate one another.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the most serious thing we've seen happen against Ezra at this point. A lot of what Matt said, I actually do agree with. I'll leave it at that, but I think that he spoke some truth there, to be honest.
I do too.
Okay.
So do I.
Well, how do we get to do we transition into the other thing?
DL's gonna dance.
No, how about this? Nice transition question. Max, did you watch Ms. Marvel yet?
Yes, I loved it. One of the best, and Zeno, you liked it too. The best MCU shows, the most fun and interesting and unique MCU shows I've seen so far. The introduction was so much fun. I was concerned that I wasn't going to like the animation over live action, but it's done in there's also a lot of artistic flair to the cutting and editing and the way it's filmed. I'm very happy with the creatives on the show so far. The creative decisions, like to have fun with it, not take itself too seriously. There's a good family sitcom type of vibe, but also a diverse family that some of us aren't used to seeing. I'm sure her nationality is Pakistani, right?
Pakistani, yeah.
Yeah, that we're not used to. It's great to see that vibe, that family element and tradition. Yes. Oh yeah, it was very, very well done, believable. I love the parents too. I really like the parents casting. They're not, the mom especially. She's like, the father's trying to calm it down, and he's like, no, she trusts you. She's like, no, I don't. That was amazing. That was amazing. I just love the interaction there. And Avengers Con. It was great. I loved it. I can't wait to watch it with my wife. My wife wasn't interested in watching it. Now that I'm going to watch it with her soon. I'm going to watch it again. Better than Obi-Wan. Not that I'm dogging Obi-Wan.
It was way better than Obi-Wan.
No, but the attention, the detail, and visual flair and timing of the acting was just way more on point than Obi-Wan. I got to be honest.
Yeah,
except for Little Leia. Little Leia.
Yeah, we should have started with Miss. Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I
I'm
love
so
the
glad that
soundtrack
you
too.
liked it. Yes.
Yeah.
Everything was amazing.
Well, Xeno's the reason that I like Miss Marvel to begin with, because I played that Avengers game that has a big cinematic story in the single player for Kamala Khan.
Yeah, and I know it's Eddie's favorite game. He loves that Avengers game, right, Eddie?
Yeah, let's not
Sorry.
talk about it.
What?
CGH, how are you? Welcome back.
Hey, CJH, are you there, brother?
Can you hear me? The microphone.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Now we can.
That's why.
Anyway,
Miss Marvel.
what are we doing? What is the fun thing that we're going to be doing, Max?
Tier ranking for the best end credit sequence in the MCU.
Yes, we're going to go
There's
through
a lot
them.
of them. We have to agree on this. Is this going to be hard?
Well, the way that I explained it with Eddie and DL, we're going to go down. We'll start with, I'll go last because we'll start with CGH and we'll work our way up. We'll start with the first scene and we'll talk about it, maybe refresh your minds if maybe you don't remember what it's from, and then CGH say if he says, oh, it's the best of the best, and it goes in the top, right? And then if you rank that one and say, well, it was like, why did they make it? And then depending on where it all lands, then it kind of like average itself out, basically is the way we're going to do it.
Okay.
Because I think unless you all, I just don't think that we can like trying to come to a unanimous decision might be a little bit more difficult to do that.
Well, I have this too, just in case we need a refresher. It has this is, when was this article? May 20, 2022. So it has them all in here in case we need to refresh some of these scenes. If that's just for a reference guide.
Yes.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yes, of course.
We're starting from the very beginning, though, right?
Well, yeah, they should. Most of them on here are pretty much in order, and there might be some like that are kind of out of order. I know the very first one is the Iron Man, and I think actually the Incredible Hulk one's on the second row, but Eddie is going to be the Vanna White, and he's going to be placing them on there, and then I'll be calling the different ones out. So that's how we're going to do that. And we have this article too, which is helpful in case you need any information. And I rewatched
by heart though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so we'll pull that up. The only way I think that we could really make this bigger is if we did it that way, but then you wouldn't see us.
I'd like to see us though.
I know.
Even though I just got off camera.
I know, but
lazy.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
This might be a little bit better if we do it.
Yeah,
this
that's
way,
good.
But then they can't see the.
Okay.
But we'll then you won't be able to see like the rows as we go through the different images. That's the only thing about it.
Yeah.
We just do this when you just do this occasionally. That's all.
Yeah.
And when you talk about okay.
Yes. All right. So the first one is actually Nick Fury. It's in Iron Man, the first Iron Man film. And,
actually, I'll manage this so you can see when we need to talk. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Great. Is Iron Man, right? He is in Iron Man. Iron Man comes downstairs. He finds Nick Fury looking out of his window, and he was like, basically, why are you here? And he explains that he's there to talk to him about the Avengers Initiative. So, CGH, where would you rank this post-credit scene?
The top best of the best, because it started everything. Without that scene, the MCU would not be.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And next, RJ. Max is next. I'm sorry, because I'm looking at Max.
Yeah.
Max.
I also will say the best of the best because we didn't know if these were even going to pay off yet. And it was the most like, oh, they're going for it. Like, I didn't know at the end when I went in to see Iron Man the first time, and I think I saw it multiple times in the theater. I didn't know they were going to go straight for that. They were going to allude to it that quick. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Like we've heard of end credit sequence before, but I think I was even kind of surprised. Like, oh, okay. That's when they were surprising. Now everyone knows to stay. I don't even know if everyone stayed when the original Iron Man came out. Now, this is the blueprint, not Zack Snyder. No, I'm just kidding. Zack Snyder's blueprint. Well, no, but this was the blueprint for where end credit sequences are going in the future. Movies have done it before, but the most consistent movie universe with end credit sequence is definitely. Actually, I think even Back to the Future did a kind of a end credit scene.
Well, did like a cliffhanger ending.
Yeah.
Kinda.
But this is the template, and it blew my mind when I saw it, and I was like, wow, they're going to try to put the Avengers together. And I didn't know that going in. Did anyone know that ahead of Iron Man's release?
I remember that was the rumor. Like, if this movie does well, they're thinking about like building this, making all these films where it'll be connected, and then to get to the Avengers. I remember that. That was the conversation, and we just thought, no, that's never going to happen. But we didn't believe it though, because it's like, that doesn't happen. So it was like a rumor that we weren't buying into until I actually saw this moment. So yeah, that's how that went. So you put it in the best of the best. CJ put it in the best of the best. RJ, where does it rank for you?
I have to agree. I would put this in the best of the best because not only was it the first MCU post-credit scene, but it's one of the most mind-blowing ones because, again, you're taking this Iron Man film and you're saying you exist in a greater universe. There's way more going on here, and we're actually doing the Avengers. Like, you're gonna see other characters. It's like the promise of something great later, So I honestly think that the first Iron Man post-credit scene is one of the best that they've ever done. It was the first one. It was so unique, and it was just so special.
And Zeno, I know you like the MCU and the MCU, so I don't understand. You're open to your opinion, but I don't know how you could say end credit scenes don't matter.
They do matter.
A lot of them do.
Some of them are
don't.
silly, and we'll get to those ones that are like lackluster and then don't matter.
The ones that appear in the next film.
Yeah. There's a few of those, and then there's just like silly ones that are just like the diner one when they're eating, the shawarma. That one is a little silly, but it doesn't build on anything else. That scene doesn't. Eddie Betty.
For me, I think it's
you can go ahead and move it up to the best for now, and then we can move it if we need to. Go ahead and stick it up there for now.
Yeah, I was kind of conflicted on how we're gonna average it out. If some people.
Yeah, no, you put it there, and then we move it down. I'll tell you where to move it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking there's gonna be one moment where everyone has a different thing, so it's gonna be like, damn.
It's okay. It's easy. I know how. I'm a pro when it comes to these. I've done these. We're good.
Yeah, but I think it's the best of the best because it foretells a greater universe. Because when that was that first Iron Man movie, you don't expect anything else in the end, but it's iconic to see Samuel L. Jackson says Nick Fury talking about the Avengers initiative. You're like, wait, the Avengers? Are you kidding me?
I know.
Is this just a one-off thing? He's gonna do.
Oh.
Is he frozen?
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Just keep it right up there.
Eddie, you're there.
I guess we gotta go back to talking about Ezra. I'm just joking.
Oh, no.
I was joking because now this is frozen. I get
Well, the end credits scene are part of my favorite parts of the MCU. I love it.
I know.
So I mean, if you don't like it, I don't want to be that guy but that guy that says if you don't like it, don't watch it. But I mean, it doesn't take away if you really think they're insignificant. It doesn't take it away if they're there for you. It makes me excited. I can't wait to see the end credit scene. Like if we get a Fantastic Four Doctor Doom end credit sequence, I'll be hype.
I'll go and share the other one.
Yeah, they have a link to that tier list. Maybe I can manage it if need be.
Yeah,
I know what is my second favorite one though.
Let's see here. I'll send you this one.
We have to go in order. So
I sent it
jumping
to
ahead.
Matt. I sent it to Max early, too. So let me get it.
Oh yeah, I could bring it up. Hold on.
I think the categories are named something different, but it doesn't really matter. We could just do that.
Oh yeah, I could bring it up. If since doing my camera, I could do more. Hold on. I'm bringing it up now.
Yay, we did it.
Okay.
All right. So yes, here we go. So
I think
Eddie's
DL would go
gone
next.
for now,
Yeah.
so it's DL's turn.
Yeah, best of the best. I remember seeing this in the theater for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, they actually got Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury." Like that's crazy because they based the ultimate version of Nick Fury on him, so that was crazy that he got him. And then talking about a wider universe. Yeah, I thought that was all great, but even I at the time, as everyone else, was like, "This is a really nice stinger," but this is not happening. This is not happening. This is a cute little stinger. I appreciate it, but we will never see the Avengers on the big screen ever.
You thought that?
I literally thought that watching them in the theater. I'm like, "There's no way they're doing this at all," but man, was I wrong. But like even if we didn't get the Avengers, this is still a really good post-credit scene. It's a nice little stinger. Like it was really cool that they got Samuel L. Jackson to be Nick Fury as well. So I thought it was great, teasing to a bigger universe, like because nobody expected that, So.
Well, we're all in agreement so far. Ashley, did you say?
I mean, yeah, I agree. It's the best of the best. It's the one that was the first one. It was the one that started out this universe and like really confirmed that they're building this universe and they are trying. The goal is to get to the Avengers. To me, I mean, it's top notch in my opinion.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to see what this next is. Is that Howard the Duck?
That's Howard the Duck. Yes.
That one is it's not. Let's see. That the next one is the Howard the Duck from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
This is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Volume 2. Okay.
Or is that Volume
Wait,
1?
no, it's Volume 1.
It's Volume 1.
Yeah, Howard the Duck is Volume 1.
Volume 1. When he's at the very end, after the credits, he's sitting there talking about how he needs a drink.
Well, to be fair though, isn't the end credit scene also showing that
There's
place
several.
where that
There's
place?
I mean, like there's several of them on here from more than one movie.
Oh, okay.
Because some of them
have 2 or 3 post credits.
Yeah, some of them have 2 or 3. And this is the very, very last one after the credits with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Howard the Duck.
Who's going first?
I think it'd be Ashley. Do you want to go first? Let's go in opposite order.
I'll go first. Yes, I'll go first. I'll say we'll put it in. I'll put it in C tier.
C tier. Okay.
Why? You're not a big fan of Howard the Duck?
I like it, but it just like it didn't build on anything new, really. So that's why I feel like it's a C. But it was a good. I mean, it was a nice one. But yeah, I prefer the ones that build. Suspense for the next thing to come. I'm saving the higher ones for those. Really, in my mind. DL.
I mean, I'm probably along with you. I probably put it in C, but I did like the credit scene. Me personally, I don't need every credit scene to build to something bigger, but if they have like nice Easter eggs or like surprise appearances, like I'm fine with whatever, as long as it's not like something stupid that they save at the end that they always do with the MCU movies. That drives me nuts. Putting the waste of time scenes at the very end instead of putting it in the middle, because they're going to wait till the end of the credits. So at least make it worth our while. But like, this 5 seconds we got from Howard the Duck was better than everything from that movie. I'll tell you that right now.
See, look at that. See, he had to add the blasphemy, guys, on the end.
Yeah, that Howard the Duck movie is atrocious. This 5 seconds of this version of Howard the Duck is better than anything.
Oh yeah, the Howard the Duck movie is.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the Guardians movie. No, Guardians of the Galaxy is great. It's amazing. No, I'm talking about the Howard the Duck movie.
Oh yeah,
freaking sucks.
That's weird.
Yep.
Duck boots and all.
No. Oh, thank you for putting that back in my mind. But
You're welcome.
Where'd you go, Eddie?
Keep it in C.
That's what happens when a DC person talks about Marvel.
So Eddie, we finished ranking the Nick Fury, Tony Stark scene from Iron Man, and now we are on Volume 1, Guardians of the Galaxy, the last post-credit scene with Howard the Duck. Where would you rank that? What tier would you put it in?
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
There's no why. It's S, A, B, C, and D.
Why can't we put the text back in with the? Because I mean,
we
that was kind
can.
of nice. I thought that was cool.
I can edit it. Can I edit here? What's this?
Yeah, the top one is just go to if you just click on like where it says S tier.
Oh, okay.
Type in the best of the best.
Okay.
I did that just for you. I made that one the best of the best.
Yeah.
What was A, Eddie? I
It's
can't
legit.
remember. It's legit.
It's legit.
Okay.
And then
B
was I'm listening.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, I'm listening.
Y wasn't C's Y,
C
right?
was Y. Yeah.
And then D is wasted.
Wasted time.
Yeah.
Morbid time.
Waited this long for nothing.
Morbid time.
We could do Morbid time if
Sure,
we
I
want.
guess. I guess.
For Isaac.
Yeah.
That's
Everything
basically
goes in Morbid time.
Yeah, everything bad goes in Morbid time. So Eddie, where did you rank Howard the Duck in Guardians?
Let's see, everything's back. I don't know. More of time. What the fuck? I put Y.
Okay, why? All right. RJ, what about you?
I guess keep it in Y. I mean, like, I liked it though. I don't know. I'll say I'm listening because I thought it was kind of cool to see Howard the Duck be brought back into a Marvel movie.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Max, where would you put it?
I mean, it's not legit. It's not the best of the best. I was gonna maybe say I'm listening, but honestly, I knew that wasn't gonna lead anywhere. Like, I don't need to listen to Howard the Duck. I'm like, okay, that's about all we're. I didn't think anything from them except Howard the Duck, so I would say leaving as Y. It's not Morbin time though.
It's not Morbid time.
It's not Morbid time.
CGH, where would you put
Waste of time.
Howard? A waste of time.
That's
So-
In the
Morbin time.
theaters, at least.
So Morbid time. So
on
you would put it.
DVD, not. I'd be open to watching.
Okay, well, it still averages out to staying Y.
So, yeah.
All of us, except
Waste
for
of time.
CGH, put it in Y, so it stays there. So the next one, let me look on my screen so I can see what you got there.
It is
The
Drax
next one
and Baby
is-
Groot, I think.
Yeah, this is dance. Oh, I love it. This
Uh-huh.
is when Groot, Baby Groot is dancing, and every time Drax would turn his head, Baby Groot would stop dancing, and he would dance. Drax would turn his head, he'd stop. So this one is very, very fun. CGH, where do you
Waste
rank
of time.
a waste of Morbin time? So it goes in Morbin time for him.
Well, we could fix that later. I'm just putting it there for now.
All right, and Max, where would you put it?
Well, am I wrong to think before we saw the sequence, we weren't exactly sure if Groot was alive or not before we saw this, right?
No, he was.
No,
He was already alive before the scene.
Yeah, like when they were about to leave with their ship repaired, he was in the pot and he grew out as a tiny little spout,
Yeah.
I would say I'm listening because that showed the future of the Groot character where they were going to go with it, and that was fun. I don't know. Is it legit? I'd say I'm listening.
RJ.
I will say I'm listening because I really liked it. I thought it was good. It was funny, and I think it showed a lot of like the little where Groot was going to go as a character.
Eddie.
I would put it at Dang, you going full
I
screen?
thought you was
I was
frozen
checking.
again.
That's proof of life. No, I shouldn't say that, but I was like, "What is going on, Eddie? Are you there?" Yeah.
Like I said, I shouldn't be here talking about Marvel, but no, I think I'll put it at I'm listening because I did like the scene. I was listening because there was music playing over his dancing, but no, I thought it was a cute moment. I thought it was fun, and I liked how the movie ended with him just dancing inside a paw and stuff like that while Drax was sharpening his knives or cleaning him, whatever he was doing, and then every time he looked back, he'll stop and act like an actual tree. I thought it was all in good fun, but that's it. It wasn't really anything like, oh damn, I can't wait to see this again. It wasn't something like that. But obviously we did see it again, kind of. It's a sequel, but no, that's where I'll put it.
Okay.
All right, DL.
Yeah, I'll put in I'm listening too. I thought it was a nice little scene. It helps like build nice character moments. I thought it was funny, and Jackson 5 can't go wrong with Jackson 5. So
Yes, and me, I love a good song. I love a little good dance routine, and I love Baby Groot. I'm that grown woman that can't wait to see the animated Baby Groot show. I'm gonna watch it. Oh yeah, cool. So I would say it's legit for me. But averaging out, it still stays in I'm listening because the majority of everyone put it there. But for me, it would be legit.
All right, cool. All I did to do that, just so everyone knows that does this, is Control Plus or Control Minus if you want to make it bigger.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for that one.
Where does it stay?
It'll stay in I am listening because the average out. I went higher. CGH went lower, but still with all of you all saying putting it there, it stays in I am listening.
All right, so here's the next one.
Let me see here.
Thanos.
The next one we got is Thanos, and this is another Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Nope, that's Avengers Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Oh, Age of Ultron. Yeah, sorry. Look at me messing up. Age of Ultron. He says, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
That's too big.
That's what she said.
All right, so Thanos. Who's going first now?
Legit.
Me.
Ashley.
It's me. It's Age of. I would put this in legit.
Legit. Okay. Let me move that here. Legit. Sorry. That's the only problem. Okay. All right. Who's going next then? DL, I guess, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I'll keep it in legit. It's weird how he waited so many movies to be like, okay, yep, fine, I will do it myself. But still, it was cool. Getting the gauntlet ready and stuff like that. And I missed this design of Thanos. I don't know what happened. I missed this design of Thanos.
Sorry, our DL had to leave. What?
That's
the worst. What do you mean over the?
Oh,
new
you mean comic accurate Thanos?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
really?
but I mean, he did. This is obviously better than what he looks in. What little moment we saw him in.
Yeah, James Gunn got his design right. Like I know, and Josh, I guess, because he's in the movie, he's in his movie too. But it's like, and then after that, I'm just like, oh, you're more purple, Josh Brolin. Okay. But anyway, that's just a nitpick.
I enjoyed the interpretation of the giant purple Josh Brolin. That was fine, Thanos. That's Thanos. Like, well, let me get your numbers, Thanos. You know what I'm saying?
God, no! I don't need hot Thanos. I need scary, intimidating Thanos.
Let me date the sociopathic alien who's purple. Yeah.
Oh, what is wrong?
That's that Thanos, right? So Eddie Betty, how about you? How do you feel about it? Is he frozen?
Eddie,
like you're messing the flow up here. Like I'm trying to like I can't. I'm just like flow, and it's not happening. You're messing up the flow.
I saw him blink.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, goofy.
I put it. Then you read Thought Pros too. Come on. No, I put it at legit because I thought it was legit. He was like, "Damn, f this. I might as well do it myself." Since people Loki failed, since Ronan failed, well, betrayed me and failed, and he was like, "I might as well get the Infinity Gauntlet and do it myself." I mean, no, that was legit because obviously at that time, post movies like Guardians, we already know what the Infinity. That's the movie that set up the Infinity Stones, or at least told us what they were. So it's like, yeah, I mean, let's get to it. Let's get to it and see what Thanos has planned. Since he took years just to get off that big ass chair. So seeing him standing up is like a big moment.
It took him years to get off that big ass chair. Sorry. So RJ, how about you? What do you feel about it? Where would you put this, RJ?
You're not gonna like my answer. I would put that post-credit scene in Morbin time.
Whoa! What? You're crazy.
Let me explain.
Let me
explain before you crucify me. Given that this movie was one of the big setup movies for for Avengers Infinity War, you would think they would have done a much stronger reintroduction of Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones than just him going, "I'll do it myself, I guess." Like it just does not work. It's way too short. It doesn't reveal anything about Infinity War. It doesn't build up any excitement for it in the way that it should. I think for an Avengers movie, where the Avengers movies were to have these big epic post-credit scenes, right? The expectations were so high for it. I think it was a bit of a letdown. I don't think it really did much, to be honest. It was just saying Thanos going, "I'll just go get the stones myself," which is like, okay, I don't know. I think it's one of the most disappointing post-credit scenes, to be honest.
Is it my turn yet? After that horrible take,
it's not horrible.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of like
I get what he's saying.
Oh, no, I'm listening right now, maybe almost. But what do you think?
I say the best of the best.
Oh.
Up there with Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh my god! Really?
Because
I don't
even
think
though
it's that
the
great.
CG isn't the greatest, we get a tease at what's coming. They're even going further than it's not.
They
just
don't
the
tell
Avengers.
you anything,
We're
though.
also getting Thanos, and
goes
they show
from-
they tease a villain in full. It's not just like a voice or anything like that. They show you the villain. Could have the execution been a little bit better on the CGI? He got better, yeah, but they showed you the villain. Imagine if they did that with Doom. And they showed Dr. Doom at the end of the
But
movie.
they showed him in the first Avengers.
Yeah, we
teaser.
already got the promise of Thanos in the first Avengers. It wasn't like we haven't seen Thanos before. We just seen him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He literally went from standing
this
up
isn't
from
this
the
isn't
chair.
the first one. Okay.
No, it's not the
it's not
first
the
time. It's
first
like the
one.
third, or fourth time.
This is the first time we saw the Infinity Gauntlet.
This is the first
Which-
time we
which-
saw the Gauntlet, but we met him in Avengers 2012, and
Say
then
look-
we saw him again in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then this
I was
was
thinking this
him.
is the first time. Okay.
But I love I love this right here. Since this man sat around for years after saying he would do it, LOL. That is a fact.
That is a fact.
He was
wasn't
getting his
sitting
plan
around.
together.
He was
H-Bar.
plotting to get the Infinity Stones. He was searching them out.
Yeah, I just thought that it was just a fun little comment that made me chuckle.
Okay. So I'll say legit then, if it's not the first appearance. It does have the gauntlet, so that's cool, but it's not the best of the best for me then. But it's definitely not Morbid time. The hell, Morbid time.
CGA.
So where does it sit now then? Still at
I was gonna say,
What did you say? What did you say again, Max?
legit.
You said
I was gonna go
legit?
best of the best, but I misunderstood. I thought this was the first. You're right. This is not the first showing him. Okay.
RJ said that it's Morbin time. So 3, you take off 1, 2. Depending on, I think that right now it's still legit. CGH, what do you say?
I'm gonna say legit, but I was thinking Morbid time only because there was no end credits. This was like the mid credit.
Good. Like,
this is mid credit, post credit, yeah, in all of these.
And anyone that waited till the end got nothing.
Hey, that's fine with me.
So where do you want to put it? Put it where you feel.
So I'm gonna put it in between. So I'm listening.
So He says I'm listening. Where RJ said it's Morbin time.
It might have to go
3,
down
it
to
should.
I'm
It does go
listening.
to I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Next,
And
next,
Made it go lower.
Next one. You're happy
Wait,
about
so
that?
before we go to that, do we also when it goes to some
Yeah.
of them being in the same category, do we have to like put some above the other?
I mean, we can. I mean, we can. I mean,
If we
like,
get to that
change-
point at the end,
at
like if
the
we get the
end, we
best,
can
the
like
best.
if we we can like say, well, this one comes before in those categories. If there's
Yeah.
like the ones that are like the Morbid time, and we're like, oh, this one should go first because it's the worst in the bottom category, then yes, we can do that.
Yeah, if we get to the best, we could just rank 1 through 10 or whatever the best, right? Like
Yeah, and we
put
could
them
do
in
the
order.
same thing with the Morbid time too, like you know, because then it's still us ranking the bottom tier, which one is the ultimate worst, and which is the the top, the best of the best, you know.
What's
and this
this
is Civil
one?
War. This is Civil War.
Oh, Civil War with
Wait,
Winter
Well,
Soldier.
no, that
wait, no, it's not Civil War. This is
Winter Soldier.
Winter. This isn't. No, this is
Ant-Man.
This is no
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
No,
And
this
then
is
the
Sebastian
scene-
Stan.
No, this is but
No,
this,
no, no, no.
this
That's
is
the credit
Ant-Man.
scene
This
in
is
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. This is the credit scene
See,
in
I get
Ant-Man.
confused.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
in Ant-Man,
Ant-Man.
and then it appeared as a full scene in Civil War.
In Civil War.
Okay.
So that's and I was thinking there for a minute. I was thinking it was the one with T'Challa, but this is not the T'Challa one. This is the one when he puts his arm in the clamp, and Falcon and Cap are there with him, and then we see the extended scene in Civil War. So for me, where it's part of a scene, I don't know, but CGH, where would you put this?
Why?
Okay.
Max?
I'd say I'm listening. It's not like legit to me. It's not Morbid time, and it does have. I like Sebastian Stan. I like his character. I don't remember everything about this scene, but I would say why.
Wow, what a
Or RJ?
Let's see. This is the Bucky one, right?
Yeah,
it's really just a scene from the movie. I mean, it was pretty exciting though. I would say I would put that in legit actually, because I thought it was really cool. Because like teasing what the hell happened to Bucky, what's going on, kind of seeing more of that extension. I mean, for an Ant-Man movie, I was expecting a post-credit scene that legit, so I would go legit.
Okay, so so right now you all said why it should just right now we'll keep it there. Eddie Betty.
When it comes to that scene, I think I'll put it at I'm listening. I mean, it was cool to see that scene in an Ant-Man film. I mean, after Winter Soldier, we were like, what the hell happened to Bucky? And then now we see him pretty much captured by Steve Rogers. We were like, what the hell is going on? Like, what's this? So it's like, I just thought it was cool to see these characters back after something like Winter Soldier and all, and obviously Age of Ultron and all that stuff too. But no, I thought it was like, damn, what's gonna happen next? Like, is Bucky gonna be like the main villain in the next movie? What's going on? But I thought it was good for what it was. It was nothing crazy. But I definitely did not expect that post-credit scene in the Ant-Man film.
RJ, you said legit, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Move up
Okay,
one.
so it should go up to I'm listening because RJ said legit. Eddie said I'm listening. Dio, where would you put it?
Yeah, I'd probably put I'm listening. It definitely was intriguing that this wasn't an Ant-Man movie. And it definitely raised some questions, after Winter Soldier, what's happened to Bucky and stuff like that. So, but at the same time, like, there wasn't really a lot of context to that scene. Like, it literally just took a clip from Civil War and plopped it in and as a credit scene, so there wasn't really a lot of context. So I wasn't really feeling like the impact that it should have. But still, it got me intrigued to see, what would happen in Civil War, even though I ended up not liking Civil War. But that was still an interesting scene.
I died, guys. I'm dead. I just died. I did not like Civil War.
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
If y'all want to hear my thoughts on Civil War, check out my channel.
No,
We're good.
I will check out your channel, but that is the one video I will not be watching.
Yeah,
on there.
your heart will be broken.
I'll like put it on mute and let it like play so you get like the view, and I'll like it, but I won't listen to it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So for me, however, when I first saw the the post credit scene, for me, I was like, oh, this is cool. I would say it's legit because this is the first time I'm seeing it. But now after seeing Ant-Man and seeing Civil War, the fact that it was just like kind of plucked from that movie and it was put in the Ant-Man movie, for me, it's why did we do that? It's a why for me. I like it, but it's a little lazy in the sense that
Okay.
I don't like when I see it again. So, DL put it in I am listening. You said, CGH said why. You said why, right?
I said I'm listening.
I'm listening. So, why? I think that me and CGH said why. You said listening. RJ said legit. So it should just stay, and I am listening.
Okay. All right. Here's the next one then. The Wasp.
This is at the end. This is the Ant-Man one at the very end of Ant-Man when she's talking to her father and talking about how this was a prototype suit that him and Janet were building for her, and obviously she didn't get a chance to wear the suit, and he tells her, I realized that we were building it for you. And she says, about time, about damn time. So, me, I like this, but I don't really like her character that much. So, but I would say I'm listening because I thought it was cool when I first saw it.
Okay.
DL?
You better move that shit up because that was legit. I really liked this scene. It was straight to the point. It was simple. I loved Hope in both Ant-Man movies. I thought she was great, and I was waiting for her to get that Wasp suit. And even though it's not the exact design that we get from Ant-Man and the Wasp, it was still cool to see that suit. It looked really cool. So, and I believe she earns it because she's very capable. She was, she was really good. So, I'm happy about it. Legit.
Who's doing that, RJ? I don't know.
It's not me. It's not me. No.
It was me. I was trying to put it up, and you were trying to put it up. We were both trying to do it at the same time, so it was like I was taking it away. I didn't know you were doing it, so I'm sorry. So DL says it's legit. Calendar, Eddie, where would you put this scene? Eddie.
I'm here. Damn.
Are you listening?
Oh, wow.
Is Eddie listening?
This is like the lag, or this is like I feel like
might be lag.
Response time.
He does it for dramatic effect.
I know he is.
Yeah, he does this to everybody.
He talks when he's
like, oh, we're doing a stream. You're trying to have a flow going. Oh no, look.
No, we gotta mess that shit up.
Eddie, where would you put Hope getting her Wasp suit?
I'm listening because I do like the Wasp's character. I'm not gonna lie. I in my opinion, I don't know who else can agree with me, but I thought that suit was ugly. In my opinion, I thought the suit was ugly. That's the suit in this specific movie. I thought it was ugly.
I'm like a true DC hater right there.
But I'll say no because I like the. I liked the Wasp character, so I was excited. Even though she didn't do anything in the movie, but I was like, no, that means in the future we're gonna see all this. I mean, this character, fighting crime or whatever else. But yeah, I'm listening. I guess I'm listening because it's like there's something else there.
All right.
It's okay to be wrong, Eddie. It's okay.
Wrong about what? The suit?
It's not ugly. Nah, it wasn't ugly.
Not ugly.
That shit was ugly.
No, it
R-
ain't.
No, RJ. I mean, and like the action sequences with her type. I just don't like that things about her character are annoying. But RJ, where would you put Hope getting her wasp suit? And it's about damn time.
I would put that in I'm listening. I really liked it. It was a cool post-credit scene getting to see the Wasp suit. I do think it kind of sucked though because you only saw Wasp at the very end of the movie with the promise of the sequel. So it's kind of like it's cool, but it's like damn, I want to see Wasp like actually do something, you know. But I mean, it's good. It's good. I like it.
All right, so it stays there, and I am listening. Max.
Me too. I'm listening. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I like the Wasp character. I like the suit. You know, it's cool to me. I don't, since then her character hasn't wowed me though. Like she's just okay. Like I want something cooler from Wasp. I like Wasp from the Avengers animated shows and stuff. So
CGH.
I'm listening.
Legit.
Yeah, legit.
So we had two legits
To quit?
and everybody else. Yeah,
Too
two
legit to quit.
Two legit. Two legit
Too
to
legit to
quit.
quit.
Sets up the new character.
Guys. So he says legit. Everyone else said I'm listening, so it's
Probably
safe,
stay,
I'm
right?
listening, yeah.
Okay.
So Nexy Bexy, where are we going, Nexy?
I don't know what this is.
Uh-oh.
The best.
The
That
best
is
of
the
best.
that is the Spider. These two are the Civil War post-credit scenes. The first one being the Spider-Man one, and then the Black Panther one.
Okay. I don't remember these ones.
It's the best of the best.
So this
The
one,
Spider-Man one.
Yeah, Peter is in his room licking his wounds from the airplane
Oh,
battle.
okay.
Remember, he's like flashing on the ceiling.
Yeah. He's flashing
All right.
You don't really remember this, Matt?
No, now I do. Yeah.
Okay. So CGH, where were you? Did you say the best of the best?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's me next. Me? I would go. I'm listening. I mean, it's cool. I mean, because we already got Spider-Man in the actual movie, and it's just like okay, it's cool. I that's my opinion. I would put it. I'm listening. RJ?
For me, it's legit. I love this one. I love both Civil War post-credit scenes. I thought the Spider-Man one was legit because it's funny, but it's also cool just to see, Spider-Man like get this kind of device and kind of like the promise of like the future of that character in the MCU. So I really like that.
Yeah, so right. So we would move it down to legit. There, Max.
Okay.
And Eddie, where would you rank it? We got to see your favorite Spider-Man of all time, Tom Holland. So Eddie, where would you rank this?
Oh God damn it!
I will.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna get the AOL dial-up. Someone was saying like Eddie's like AOL. I'm gonna get that sound clip and play it when
Yes,
he's
yes, please do.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
I will put it at it's Morbin time. Because of what?
Wow, you see what he's doing? He's troll ranking this, so it falls.
No, is that your real opinion, Eddie?
I'm just.
That's how you feel?
After now, when I know what it did to the character, the bastardization.
Is that what we doing? Is that what we doing?
I'll put it at wait. I'll put it at shit. I'll put it at legit. I'll put it at legit. Because Spider-Man was one of the good things about Civil War. I'm not gonna lie. Until you know his character further on. But I thought it was really cool because obviously this was the first introduction to him in the MCU overall, and knowing that we're gonna get more in the future, that them confirming it, either he's gonna show up to something else or get his own movie. It's like, oh shit, Spider-Man's gonna get his own movie in the MCU. I can't believe it. I mean, we just saw him, and now they already confirmed that we'll keep seeing him more in the future. But yeah, I mean, I always loved the Spider-Man character too, but until Tom Holland played him. But I'll put it at
Okay.
legit.
All right, I don't gotta go that far, so you're
I
good.
know.
Fuck Tom Holland.
Thank you. Yes. Mute that. DL?
I'm conflicted because I wonder if I want to put it in legit or best of the best. Best of the best is probably because of sentimental reasons, because like I've always wanted to see the spider signal on the big screen. But at the same time, it's not really like something that it's like earth shattering when it comes to the credit scenes. Like it's not like a huge like teaser or for something, but it's like it does allude that we'll get more of him in the MCU. And even though I have like my personal issues with Tom Holland in the first two Spider-Man movies and the Avengers films, look, you already heard my rant about all that, so we don't have to revisit that again. I love him now because No Way Home was great and he was great in that. So pretty much all the criticisms that I had with him was addressed in that movie. So we're fine now. We're good. We good, Tom. But like now starting to talk about it, I'll probably keep it legit. But I really like that they gave him the signal. It's cool.
For me, it's when I was introduced to the greatest Spider-Man of all time.
Miles Morales could say something different.
Live action. I'm talking about live action.
We'll see. That's debatable.
And I saw, his awkwardness and his charisma and his charm. It's the best of the best, in my opinion. But it's taken legit.
Best of the best, Eddie. He's the best of the best.
He's the best,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The best
So it
of the
stays there,
best.
stays legit. Okay.
The best of the best. So the next one is the Black Panther one, also from Civil War. So CGH?
Legit.
Too legit to quit.
Legit.
Max,
Okay.
where would you put it?
I don't remember this one a lot. I don't remember
This was the one where Bucky, like they said, Wakanda was going to help Bucky get out of the Winter Soldier programming. They were going to and Wakanda was going to be like a safe haven for the refugee heroes. It's kind of like it was the first time we saw Wakanda in the MCU.
And you remember he goes back in under the ice.
I'm debating whether legit or I'm listening. If the first time we saw Wakanda, that's really cool. I'll keep it at legit. I won't be controversial. Yeah. I like Black Panther the character. I loved him in Civil War. So yeah, legit. RJ.
Smart man.
Oh, RJ, I'm sorry.
For me, it's legit. I think this is one of the best post-credit scenes. I love both Civil War post-credit scenes. They do great job building towards the future. Again, getting to see our first look at Wakanda, always special. It was a big moment. So yeah, it was legit.
Eddie.
I kind of want to say I'm listening because it was cool to see obviously the Black Panther statue thing. Obviously, I was seeing Wakanda for the first time and not all of it, but kind of some of it when it comes to some places, and obviously the laboratories and all that stuff, and obviously them saying that they're gonna help Bucky in the future. So that was teasing that he is going to come back. He's not going to stay in like some cryo freeze thing. But no, it did also mean that we could see Black Panther in the future as well, because he was one of the highlights. He was cool as hell in Civil War. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, it's like, well, yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't think it was anything special. It was cool for what it was, but I don't think it was anything like I think if I would have. I think it's hard because I think when it came to the actual movie itself, his own standalone, it's like, yeah, Wakanda is legit and all that stuff, but I think it was just good for what it was. I'm listening.
All right, thanks for telling us what you thought, hater.
Fuck you, RJ.
I'm messing.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Legit. Wakanda forever.
Oh, you're gonna make me sad. Legit.
Wakanda forever.
For me, it would be the best of the best.
Oh, okay.
Did we get to see Wakanda? Even more so. Like I watched it earlier today and made me cry when I rewatched it. Because T'Challa, and right now we don't have a T'Challa, which is sad. Hashtag recast T'Challa, but Chadwick Boseman was awesome. And then he has this epic line where he says, if I can, basically when he's comparing Bucky to his father, and he said, if I can help one of them find peace, then that's what he wanted to do. And then that was where we got this new version of T'Challa after he'd grown in Civil War and let go of revenge. So for me, it was the best of the best.
Oh, don't forget that one line when I think Kat was like, they're gonna come for you, and he's like, let them try. I was like, yeah, T'Challa.
Yeah. Oh, I loved all of it. One of the greatest lines in that movie. He was like, he says, now that I wear the noun is king, and I wear the mantle of, of the Black Panther. How long do you think you can keep your friends safe from me? Like that one.
Yes.
And then that line, and then later when he stops Zemo from killing himself, he was like, he says when he talks about the revenge and
the living are not done with you yet.
Yeah, the living are not done with you yet. Like he was OP in this.
He's the MVP of that movie. I swear to God.
Yeah, but to me, that, but that post-credit scene, seeing that, and then the music, and then Bucky making this, also the decision to go back under the ice, but we know and then how is Wakanda going to help him get these memories out of his head, and that memory, the control out of his head. I really thought that was cool, so that's why I would say it's the best of the best.
But it stays legit then?
Yeah,
I think.
It stays
Okay.
legit. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe at the end we could say, is there one that we would want to move to the best of the best from legit? If that's not too complicated, revisit.
Yeah,
anyone.
If we would have just had this one thing, I would gave everybody a veto to be able to if there was one that they felt really strongly about, then you.
Woo, there's a lot there.
Yeah,
we're not even halfway.
Yeah,
done.
yeah, we might. So let's get to this. This is Doctor Strange 1. This is bad Mordo Brown. He's the baddest man in the whole dang town. He's meaner than old King Kong, right? Badder than a junkyard dog. He goes to, you remember, this is when he makes his mission to rid the world of sorcerers.
Oh, okay.
And he, was it Benjamin Bratt's character? I can't remember the
it was Benjamin Bratt,
the actor. I can't remember the character's name.
Did he die?
But he was the one.
No, he didn't
The
die.
Benjamin Bratt character. The
He
Benjamin
doesn't
Bratt.
kill him, but
he
he takes that power because he says, he's like, I didn't
wizard.
steal this power, and then he was like power is to be used, because he was just using it so he could walk, and then he takes it from him, and he's like, I finally see what's wrong with this world, too many sorcerers, and he takes that power from him.
That was cool.
Epic moment.
Good
I
acting,
really
too.
hope we see this version of Mordo again, even though it was cut from the scene, so maybe they're going to throw that canon out that he was killed in Multiverse of Madness. So I'd like to see Mordo again. So for me, he had a lot of OP lines in Doctor Strange too. So for me, this is top of the top, but
That's the best.
they didn't do anything with it. But it's just a really, the suspense is really, really high. But
Well, that's not the special credit sequence. Sometimes MCU does that. They intend it to be core, and then they just don't. They didn't fulfill as much on that,
the
but
story then goes in a new direction. But hopefully we'll see him again.
Well, we just gotta be patient because Multiverse of Madness, it wasn't even the main mortal that we know.
I know, but originally he was supposed to be beheaded in the opening. They cut the scene from the film, so I don't know if they're going to keep to that he's dead, but then just not show us that, or if they're going to bring him back.
I think they're going to bring him
since
back.
they cut that out.
I mean, he was supposed to be decapitated by Wanda and shit, but
Yeah.
they didn't show it.
Yeah.
Which
But a lot of times they put those scenes back out, and even though they cut them, they still make them canon sometimes. So hopefully they don't do that with this one. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, I feel like his character is too important for them to just like write him off and not like show it, you know. So I have a feeling that's why they cut whatever that scene was with Wanda, because they probably have more plans with him in the third movie or
But
whatever.
even with that, the other mortal's still alive too, so it's like, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
So,
but I wanted to see this one on this specific journey to rid the world of sorcerers, though.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's what I do. That's why I felt like it was such a great line. It was top tier. Dio, where would you put it?
I'll probably put it legit. I don't know if I could say best of the best. Yeah, probably because we just haven't seen that payoff yet, and it's like, I don't know. I did get chills watching this. It got me really, really intrigued to see what he's gonna do, but it's like I didn't get that tingly feeling like I did with the Nick Fury one. So I probably put it legit.
Yeah, I think I need to take it down to legit too, just because of the payoff.
Yeah,
I think it should be in legit. Eddie.
I have it at. Let's see. I'm listening because it was a cool scene. He did seem menacing, and it was kind of hardcore and kind of like evil to take that magic from that man's spine so that he couldn't walk anymore. And then saying that Earth has so many sorcerers. I guess the payoff was kind of whack because there was no payoff at all. It's just that even with that, they were intending to have him die in the beginning like nothing. So it's like, damn, they really did him dirty and shit. But I mean, obviously they didn't show it, but they were intending to have it that way.
Well, they were actually continuing him on his path. He was hunting down Wanda, and then and when he got to Wanda, she killed him because she was so strong.
But no, I thought it was a cool scene. It definitely gave me like chills, all that stuff. But like I said, it's more of okay. Let's see what you do after that. But obviously, nothing was there. But I'm listening. Is my opinion.
All right, RJ.
I would go with I'm listening as well. I think the biggest reason it's not in the legit, even though I really like it, is that the payoff has not been there with the post-credit scene. It's just we've been waiting forever for there to be payoff, and there just hasn't been any yet. It's a cool post-credit scene, but it gets you excited for something that we're not sure when we're going to see the payoff for, if that makes sense. So
that's absolutely true.
I'm going legit. I like it's subjective. It's not the factor for me. It was still a legit sequence, and I'm hoping we will still get a payoff. If they never do Goodbye's character and just an alternate variant in Doctor Strange, that's going to be disappointing. But that's not the scene's fault. Sometimes they, even though Feige has a plan, things change too. And he could have been the villain in the next one, but they went a different way from after WandaVision, and so I'm saying it's legit for what it was. I can't fault it for not paying off yet. Hopefully it will pay off. I'll stick to that.
All right. Legit. So I think it's who's okay. So it averages out. It still stays in legit there. So that one stays in legit. And let's see what the next scene is. Then this one, I hate this one.
Oh, but you love Thor Ragnarok.
I do, but I don't like it because it's a post-credit scene and then we see it again.
Yeah, that one.
That's why I don't like it. So we'll start with CGH. You go first. I'll be right back, guys. So you all just go up.
Was it the Doctor Strange one?
No, that's oh yeah, this is Doctor.
Yeah, it is the Doctor Strange.
Legit,
but it's also the scene from Thor Ragnarok.
Costume.
You're saying legit?
We finally get the comic book accurate costume from Doctor Strange with the gloves and all that. So yeah, legit.
I'd say I'm listening. So RJ, what do you say?
I would say why, because like it's cool, but it's just literally a scene that we get in another movie, which is just like, what's the point? It's It's literally just a cock tease until the movie. So it's just like, what's the point?
I
Isn't
think
that,
that makes
isn't that
it
all
move
credit
down
scenes
one.
though?
Well, no, because some post. I mean, like it wasn't a unique. What I'm saying is that wasn't a unique post credit scene where we actually get to see something like unique. It's like just another thing that's just like a clip from the movie. And those like my least favorite kind of post credit scenes. It's not like building anything necessarily or like showing you something new. It's just here's a scene from a movie coming out next year. You know, like.
All right,
That's just my
Eddie.
perspective, at least.
I go. I'm listening. I thought it was a cool moment to see. I mean, not to be a jackass or anything, but after Thor: The Dark World, we never really thought that Thor was gonna get another movie. But no, it was cool.
No, we didn't. That's not true.
They
'Cause,
announced
the MCU is not, Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they ain't DC.
They don't reverse course. They stay the path. So, but good try, Eddie.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. It ended up being good, but like Marvel definitely had to think of how to change the character. But no, it was cool to see that scene. let me rephrase that. Nobody wanted the third film. But no, I thought it was cool to see.
I mean, it made,
I think that caused it to stay down.
$700 million.
And that it teased that Doctor Strange was gonna be in his movie, in Thor's third movie, and help him out in a certain way. So I was expecting a team up or some kinds, but it is what it is. It was still cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, we're still going. We're just having fun now. If you want to pop in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if this is a snippet from another movie. It's fine because like it still serves the purpose of like it's teasing us for the next film, like getting us excited for it, and that's what it did. That's what it did for me personally. Now, even though I don't like Ragnarok, I really like this scene. Like this is something like this felt very comic booky, just like Doctor Strange and Thor sitting down talking, and I love seeing Doctor Strange in the orange gloves. I don't know why they never brought them back again, but I was just really happy about that. And then how Strange will keep filling up his mug with beer like that. That I like those little moments like that. It's nice. Kind of like the shawarma scene and stuff like that. But
Shout outs for Taika Waititi for adding the gloves to give him that iconic look.
Thank you,
from the
Taika.
comics.
I will give you that. Thank you, Taika. So I'll put in like I'll put it in I'm listening. I'll keep it there.
So it's my turn. I really hate it.
Okay.
I like Doctor Strange's look, but I hate it because we see it again in Thor Ragnarok, and it's just like expanded upon, and it's just I don't care. So I would say I won't say it's Morbin time, but it's why.
So what is that? Well, CGH had the legit. Most of us are on I'm listening, and then what was yours?
Mine's why, so it goes to I'm listening.
Okay, all right. I think that's the next one.
Well, this buffoonery.
Guardians. What is this?
That is zoom in. I can't
see the picture. Hold on, let me look at my.
That's Guardians of the
on
Galaxy.
my screen.
Yeah, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That's all of them actually. That's all the. That one is the one with Sylvester Stallone and the other team.
This is the Ravagers coming back together to form. After Yondu's death, they all come. They were like his OG crew with Yondu before he was, blackballed for, taking a kid as a Ravager, and he was banned. He was just, banished, excommunicado from the group. They were then after his death, they all come together and say, you know what, let's go steal some shit. That's it. If that helps.
Okay.
So, volume 2.
I thought it was cool. Who's going first?
I would say me. If we see them again, I will. But I would like to see him again. I thought it was a cute little scene, so I would say I'm listening.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna see them again, especially because you notice Michelle Yeoh's in there.
Michelle Yeoh, I
and
know.
she's in Shang-Chi, so that's some inconsistency.
But they could recast that character.
I mean, they could, but
I thought about that too. Like Michelle Yeoh's in there, but they could recast her, or they could all the other Ravagers could come back, and she could be missing.
Well, if they do come
Because I think
back,
Stallone's supposed to come back.
okay. Well, if they do come back, then I'm all for it. But as a scene by itself, it didn't really do much for me. I was like, oh, it's another Guardians group. Yeah, why? It's why. It just didn't do much for me. I'll put this out there. Like, even though I did really like Guardians 2 more than most people, but I'll say like they had probably some of the worst credit scenes I've seen in the entire.
They have a lot. They have a lot too. Like they
Yeah.
have like a lot. Like
Yeah. I'm like, what are you do? Okay.
James Gunn gave us a lot of post-credit scenes. There's like, I think there's almost 4 if you count when he's practicing with Yondu. This one, I think there's 3 in volume 2. There might be another one. I
So
can't.
it's
I think
that
there's 3.
one, the Adam Warlock one, the one where James Gunn's brother was playing with.
Yeah, that's what I said with
Yondu's
Yondu's
okay.
thing. Yeah.
And Baby Groot playing on his Game Boy. and-
Yep. Yeah, I knew there was 4. I knew there was 4. Teenage Groot.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's
Don't-
4. There's 4
don't-
in this one movie.
Don't forget the
Yeah.
Stan Lee one with the watches. Just leave him. And you
5, yeah,
Oh,
yes, there's 5. The Stan
Jesus
Lee at the
Christ.
very, very end. Yes, the Stan Lee one.
Okay.
Yes, there's 5 post-credit scenes in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, Eddie, where would you put this?
I'm listening because it was cool. I'm pretty sure those are the original Guardians 2 lineup from the comics before it got changed up. But it's like yeah, good for you guys for coming back together now. Let's see if something happens in the future, perhaps. But it's like, yeah, it wasn't really nothing special.
What now?
I'm listening.
Okay, I don't know if you are, but okay.
Damn.
Okay, I love you, Eddie.
You just asked me about the Guardians
We
one.
do
That's
got
what I
the
said.
dial-up.
I couldn't hear you. Sound like you broke up. I'm sorry.
I heard him. Clean your ears, Ash. No.
Oh my gosh! Now
No, I'm just kidding.
Got the dial-up.
it's me. It's me.
I know. I
It's me.
gotta stand by my man,
It's me.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting insulted when I just gave like a good response. Like I'm kind of offended now.
I'm so.
Eddie, are you there?
Oh.
Oh, now he's gonna act. Oh, come on, Eddie, come back.
Eddie,
Well, I would say I'm listening because even at that point, I think we all kind of knew they weren't going to go forward with this, and I would have liked to see something more with
they
this.
might. They might.
I don't think so. Like I thought,
Well,
I think
Stallone's
they were
supposed to come back.
okay. What? Did some breaking news happen and Eddie had to leave? Okay. All right. So
I just messaged him.
so I would say I'm listening. CGH.
I'm listening.
I would say I'm listening as well. It's okay. You skipped over Remax, but it's okay.
Oh yeah, that is okay. All right.
Dang.
Oh, this I'm really pissed off at.
Which one?
No, this one is a big deal. This one matters.
Yeah, but then we got Guardians 2.
This is from what?
That is from Guardians 2.
This is
Right.
from
This was
Guardians
the Adam
2.
Warlock one.
This is
Yeah,
and it's in
that
Guardians
is,
2.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? I was thinking that before they filmed Guardians 2 that they were going to do Adam Warlock. And then we got this and they pushed it off. Okay, that's my fault. I was reading rumors at the time that they were thinking. Well, actually, Gunn said he wanted to do that Warlock, and then we got the Abomination of this Volume 2.
I like.
We got the
Volume 2.
introduction. I like Volume 2 too. We got the introduction of Adam. What it is that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was supposed to come out at the end of phase 3, and because where you was let go, that's why it's been like this long, drawn out thing, and that's why Guardians Volume 3 has not been out yet. So, so where would you put Adam Warlock, CGH?
Well, we're getting it now, so I guess legit.
Okay. I'd say I'm listening.
RJ?
Adam Warlock, I think is legit. I think it's a huge deal. I thought it was a really great post-credit scene, and it's gonna have some big ramifications going forward. So legit.
Yes. DL?
This is legit. I've been waiting for them to introduce Adam Warlock. I cannot wait for him to be in Volume 3. This is a character we should have gotten a long time ago. It was unfortunate, the stuff that happened to James Gunn. But I'm glad we're getting it now. And he should have been the one to kill Thanos. I'm just going to say that right now.
I know. I was going to say that. But for the context of the story, it couldn't be Adam Warlock, right?
Yeah.
So it's legit. For me, this is legit. I agree. Legit. And especially now, I love her, response. I shall call him Adam. That, that he will be my answer to the Guardians of the Galaxy, So for me, it's legit. I cannot wait to see Volume 3. Like, I'm so hyped for this movie. I can't wait. I can't wait for the holiday special. I cannot wait for Guardians. It's amazing. I can't wait to see what happens. Legit.
All right, cool.
This one here is, when Star-Lord comes in and tries to have a conversation with teenage Groot, and he's having an attitude, and he's like, now I know how Yondu felt. For me, it's why. DL?
You guys know what time it is? It's Morbid time! I hate this scene so much. I hate Teen Groot so much. I can't believe we spent... Yeah, this is Teen Groot.
That's Teen Groot.
I can't believe we spent this much time with Teen Groot. I cannot stand him. He needs to grow up. I'm tired of this shit. Fuck it. Morbid time.
RJ?
Why? It's cute, I guess, but it's not. I just don't care.
I do agree with DL. He's like so annoying and miserable. Like, insufferable teenage Groot. It's like, please hurry up and grow up so I don't have to deal with you anymore, or go back to being baby Groot. One of the two.
Yeah, baby or adult. I don't want no teen adolescents.
Yeah. Max. So was Grogu. Axel though.
I'll say I'm listening. It wasn't horrible. Come on, everyone's an awkward teenager.
Does it make it entertaining to watch? No, just because that's
it
how they are.
It makes you cringe and be like, "Did I really act like that?"
Teenagers make you cringe. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like holding that mirror up to yourself when you acted like a jerk.
Exactly. It reminded me of how stupid I was as a teenager. I'm like, did I really act like this? Yeah, that's how they are. That doesn't make it any better.
CGH left out. Oh, he was going to be next.
Oh.
All right. Well, I think it's staying where it's at then, because CGH popped off. I don't know. Is why? Because I said I'm listening. RJ, you went, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah, so we're done with that one. We gotta get to the next one.
Stanley talks to the Watchers. I'm gonna go first, if I may. I gotta jump in. The Stanley talking to the Watchers post-credit scene is one of the best of the best.
That's what I was gonna say.
Reason being, because it connects all the post-credit scenes to where all of the Stanley cameos to where they all make sense now. because Stan Lee is a watcher himself.
Yeah.
Like that's such a cool
and that
idea.
Was, you remember
that.
that was a theory, like a fan theory that was going around, and then they actually put that in the movie and did that.
Yeah, he's the
Like,
guy
that was
who
really
he's
cool.
the guy who basically helps the watchers. Like he goes everywhere. He tells the watchers what he sees. He helps them. Like that's such a great idea. I love that one so much. I think it's best of the best.
I agree. Just to make it faster, because that's what I was going to say.
Too.
Until RJ had to skip ahead of me, go out of turn. That's what I was going to say too. So you took all my impact. You stole my thunder.
No, you
stole my thunder.
You were not.
That's what I was going to. Yeah, I was going to say that. You just couldn't wait to say best of the best. Okay, it's all right. Best of the best. Yes.
So this is Morbid time. No, I'm just kidding. It's best of the best, bro. This is best of the best. It's great. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's best of the best, and it looks really cool. You know, I love the purples and the pinks, and then him being like, "How am I gonna get home?" And like he's like, "Where are you going?" You know. So it was really cool that they did that, especially where it was like this theory going around that he was, you know, one of the watchers because he showed up in every film, and the fact that they actually did that because the fans really were into that idea was really, really cool.
Hey, Enzo. All right, next one. That was easy. What is this? I don't know what that is.
That is another Guardians of the Galaxy one. That is Sean Gunn's character using Yondu's arrows.
I'll say why. Start out.
I agree. Why? It's neat. It's funny, but it's not really a post-credit scene. Like I'm just like, why? What's the point?
Which one are we on now?
Kraglin using Yondu's arrows.
Oh yeah, I thought it was Morbid time. Sorry, I've skipped.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Morbid time. First of all, it doesn't make any sense. How is anyone just able to use the arrow like that? That's so stupid.
He just wanted his brother.
Because he put on
because he put it on his head.
But again, how is that supposed to work? I thought that was infused with Yondu. How could it? I just don't understand that scene. I don't.
I'll switch to Morbid time. I'm switching to Morbid time.
Damn. Okay.
It just doesn't make any sense. You can't just like put it on like a hat and then whistle and then it works. It like that shouldn't be a thing.
I want to go first on this next one. Please.
No.
Yes.
He's like, no.
Morbid time. Worst of the worst. I remember sitting there. I'm like, oh, come on.
That's such a horrible take. That's a horrible take.
No. I love Captain America.
It's meant to be funny, though.
I know. And that was one of the first times. I remember the first times really being let down by the end sequence. Where was this at? What movie?
Spider-Man
Homecoming.
Yeah.
And it was like you waited through all that for this.
That was the joke. You waited all. It's like
I know. Fuck you for that joke. Make me wait all that time for one of the lamest. You know, this is more.
This
is more for extra scenes on the Blu-ray, like the Thor stuff that was on the Blu-ray. This doesn't make you wait type. No, screw that. That Morbid time. But go ahead, RJ.
I would say the Captain America post-credit scene Spider-Man Homecoming is the best of the best. It's one of the best.
Oh my god!
No, you're.
No, let me explain. Because this was the first post-credit scene that subverted expectations to where it actually was
Ryan
like
Johnson.
a joke. But it was really funny. I thought, it like, when that post-credit scene came up, it was one of the funniest things they've ever done. I thought it was really well handled. I honestly think, in terms of like a post-credit scene being a joke, this is one of the best post-credit scene jokes you could ever put in a movie. I think it's fantastic. I think it's best of the best.
Eddie?
Legit.
Okay.
Yes, because it was a troll on the people who wait every time for a post-credit scene.
Respect the troll. Respect the troll.
Like me, like I'm like literally waiting, and that's what I get. DL.
Morbid time. Fuck this. Like, no, it's not funny. It's not funny, RJ.
It is funny.
It's not funny. It is stupid. I have already complained.
Funny now, laughing at us, but yeah.
Like this is them making fun of me, complaining that they put the wasted time credit scenes at the very end make me wait through all them credits for a waste of time, and now they're just laughing at me. They're just personally attacking me for criticizing them, and this is an amalgamation of that. Fuck that. I love Steve Rogers, but no, fuck you for doing that. No, don't like it. Morbid
Okay,
time.
we've reached our F limit. We've reached our F limit on this one.
Sorry.
Oh, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Go ahead, Ashley.
It was funny, but I was so annoyed by it that, you know, if I would have like seen it at home, I was like, oh yeah, you know, but it's Morbid time.
Emotional damage.
So where does it stay? Morbin?
I mean,
We only got
I
one
said
best
Morbid
of the best.
time. One best.
Well,
of
Eddie
the
said
best.
legit.
Yeah,
It might have to move up to
And
Y.
RJ
It
said
goes up
best
to
of the best
Y.
for some reason.
It goes to Y. It's in the Y category. Oh, we're both trying to do it. Anthony's here. Anthony, where would you rank the Captain America scene
I
from
can't wait to
Homecoming?
hear his takes. I cannot wait to hear what he has to say.
I'm gonna just leave it wide. It was okay. I didn't have no problem with it. I just whatever. I like Homecoming. I mean, it's a good movie.
I love
like
it too, but
Homecoming,
the post-credit scene,
that was
okay.
kind of weak. It was okay.
Yeah, we've got a better one right here. With,
Holy crap! We have okay.
I mean, if we have to like save it, and you know,
Is that what?
Well, I'm just like we'll be doing this for 5-6 hours.
we could do part one.
Yeah, we
We
could
could
like
do
part
part
one,
one,
part
part
two.
two. Yeah, we could do part one and part two. You know,
Maybe we'll go to 20 more minutes.
yeah, like I had like if we have to do, I mean, part ones and part two is fine. You know, we'll just add part one and then do part two some other
Or
time.
we're gonna just do rapid fire for a little bit too.
Yeah, just like say without giving explanations and see how far
Okay, we
can
could
get
try
in the
that.
next
What's
one.
this one?
Okay, this is from Homecoming. This is Adrian Toombs talking to Scorpion. I'm
Scorpion.
gonna say, for me, this I really liked it. Still, but like, I don't know what it means down in this world, if it means anything. So I'm gonna go with Y.
Why? Okay.
Wait, we go in order. So DL, we go next.
DL.
Okay, so if I wasn't thinking about the Sony BS that's going on right now with their Spider-Verse, this is legit to me because I have been waiting for a Spider-Man movie to expand on the Rogues Gallery, and I was waiting for them to use Scorpion, man. I was so excited, teaming up with Vulture, and it looks like they will naturally create a Sinister Six for Spider-Man to fight, but we don't have that. Yeah.
Is there a way to save
we
this?
only can dream, right?
I think you can say. I think if you save it and then
Just leave the tab open and don't close it. That's how
Or
you
that
save
too.
it.
Or like add it to your favorites. It should.
Or maybe take
Or
a
at the end,
screenshot.
when we finish up, I'll just go and look at it and then put them back when we start next time. So I'll go scroll down slowly.
Or
Okay.
you could take a screenshot and save it. You know.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, take a screenshot.
All right. So
Eddie Diaz.
I had to say legit because I get it. What happened with the outcome wasn't necessarily good, but this was a Sinister Six tease, and obviously we haven't seen this man after this film. But no, I thought it was cool to see both of them interacting and teasing it. Other Spider-Man villains coming together. Obviously, they did that a different way when it comes to No Way Home. But no, I thought it was cool for what it was.
RJ.
It's legit. I really liked it, but my brain is telling me that it should go into I'm listening. So I'm going to say I'm listening only because the payoff, we may never get the payoff for that. So
Yeah.
I'm listening.
I know. Yeah. It's very unfortunate.
Which sucks too because it's a great actor. Michael Mando could be an amazing Scorpion if they let him.
I
be Scorpion.
know.
Check him out in
amazing.
Better Call Saul, ladies
Saul,
and
yeah.
gentlemen.
I'll go Y.
Max.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think they even really had much intention of using it again. Like, this is just like a. I don't know. I'll say
Yes, I
Y.
do.
Do you need a friend?
I don't know who said that.
What was that? Someone said, "Do you need a friend?"
I know. I heard
Eddie?
that.
Anthony?
That's not no. I'm quiet.
Eddie?
Anthony's watching some weird videos.
That's Eddie. That's Eddie.
It was Eddie.
All right, I'd say why.
Personally, I'm listening. Fuck you, Sony. With that bullshit Spider-Man BS after Morbius.
Probably
This
should
guy,
move up, right?
this guy is definitely in the Sony universe now, and we will never get a payoff. I hope we do see him in Spider-Man freshman year, because I think Spider-Man captured him as first outing as Spider-Man. So, like, I want to see him. I hope one day we see him maybe in Spider-Man 4 with Tom, not with the garbage Toby. Oh, and it's sad. It's just sad.
It is sad.
Fucking
It is.
Sony. It's just Sony, man.
And then you like waste Adrian Toombs and you put him in that whack
Oh
universe.
my gosh.
Oh my god.
Right, they put him in that whack universe.
And then they're about to
Let's
do
see.
that to Craven and Chameleon. Like,
I think
that
Spider-Man
Craven
has to
movie
be-
is not going to be anything. And Man Web movie is going to be. We've already seen
I don't
the
watch that
highest
shit.
that they go is Venom, and the lowest is Morbius. So we'll see where the others get ranking out. So let's see what's next, so we can get to the point where we can wrap up for part 1.
Okay, Callie, shush. So that's staying right there. Or is that? I think we moved it up because some people said legit. So I think it's there.
I'm listening.
Okay, should we do 1 or 2 more? Or
Let's do 2 more.
2 more. So this is. Hold on. You guys can talk. I gotta put them away real quick.
Is that from Thor Ragnarok?
That's Ragnarok.
Oh Jesus!
That is the Grand. I mean, the Grand Wizard. That's Jeff Goldblum.
He was better in What If.
He is, the best of the best, in my opinion. That's where I would put him, but we can't do anything. So, right now. Yeah, I did say it's Grandmaster. I think I said Grand Wizard. Y'all don't
Grand Wizard?
Grand
I
Wizard.
did. I probably did. I don't know. I be saying things. Y'all understand? I just say a lot of.
What is it at the KKK shit?
I don't know. I might have said the Grand
Jeff
Wizard. I don't
Goldblum is
know.
the Grand Wizard.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
I said that. I think I did. But like you see what I'm saying? I tell on myself. Like I admit when I say something wrong. I'm like, wait, did I just say Grand? I don't know. I think I did.
Okay. You're back. Sorry.
I canceled myself, guys.
You what? What'd she
Nothing.
do while I was gone? She canceled herself.
She called Jeff Goldblum instead of the Grand Master. She said the Grand Wizard.
What? No, she did it.
Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
Uh-oh.
You gotta play it back, but I think I did. Yeah, I think I did that. I'm goofy, guys, and you just got it, right? You just got it. Just pay attention. I'll give you those gems quite often.
When is the Grand Master and sequence?
This one, the Grand Master one, I'm just gonna say it's Morbin time. It kind of just was whatever. He just gets beat up by the people there. Like, who cares?
Yes, he was whatever. Yeah.
Oh, Jarbo's back.
Oh, great.
Hi.
The Grand Wizard had to
We're
come back.
ranking MCU.
Well, yeah. Sorry. I heard what the Snyderverse calls me, and I'm like, oh, am I up? I mean, like we were just talking about tiki torches and things like that at the Capitol.
We made it this far without getting demonetized.
Well, listen, it was a Freudian slip. She called the Grand Master the Grand Wizard, not.
Well, like to be fair, he does
And I
appear to
love
have
Jeff.
some powers. So
Yeah, and he talks about having slaves and things like that. Maybe I don't know, but I love Jeff Goldblum, so no disrespect, Jeff Goldblum.
Is this like one of those like Rihanna Chris Brown situations where after everything came out, people were like, "Man, I love Chris Brown.
Yeah,
I let him beat me." That's.
wow.
Did you wait? Hold on. Did you guys not see?
Get him out of here.
No, I'm serious.
Don't
Those
get me demonetized.
That's really
that was real. That was absolutely real. Like a bunch of women were just like, I would let him beat the back of my head.
Oh my god.
Woo! Demonetized, baby.
What the hell's wrong with you, bro?
Wait, dude, you're 3 hours into this conversation. Like
Yeah,
at this
we were
point in time, you know what? Gamble a little bit, Max. Okay, live a little.
I don't
say
think,
something spicy.
I need the stream to demonetize
You-
this.
Okay.
Well, ad revenues are down for everybody. Man.
Yes. I'm not blaming the consumer. You know, there's not a lot of super chats.
Making 2 cents per
Definitely
app.
Need to leave it monetized for the few quarters we get per stream. Okay. So, where do you rank this, Matt Jarbo? Since you popped in.
Which one am I looking at here?
The Grandmaster post-credit scene. It's all right.
Oh, I thought that was funny. So far there's been no post-credit scene that I would put into the category of morbid time. You know, I mean, like.
Well, let me ask you this real quick. Max believes that the Captain America Homecoming post-credit scene is one of the worst ever.
Oh, I do too.
I think
too.
I think it's one of the best. I think it's one of the best.
I think it's terrible.
I think you guys need to have a seat.
No, I think y'all need to have a seat.
All right, like
this
for
crap is
one,
garbage.
no,
I
dude.
had
Oh
a
my
seat.
god, like the fact that they got Captain America to do more propaganda is hysterical.
Yeah, it was hysterical.
They
It's
probably
funny.
paid. They probably
In the
paid Chris
movie,
Evans a lot of
don't
money.
put it in the credit scene.
Oh my god, what about in the movie when they show it and then and then Hannibal Buress is like, he's a war criminal, y'all. Like it's just
that stuff is great. He's
In
a
the
war criminal now.
he's a war criminal now. It's great. It's perfect.
That's great.
Yeah,
You
they
are-
don't like that. They don't like that post-credit scene because it was. I don't
Waste
know.
of time.
Max,
Yeah,
what
it was a
your
waste of
reason?
It was
time.
literally 30 seconds.
You're making fun of us.
No,
now
it was
for
literally
waiting
we
for all this
sat
time.
through
But there
all
wasn't
the
any other good
credits,
credit sequence for that movie.
everything,
That was it.
and then you got the Scorpion and Adrian Toomes one. That was really
That was
good.
kind of.
That was a good
But-
one, yeah.
Well, you know, Sony waste that post-credit scene, so you know.
They did waste it now. Now it's a what? It's
I
nothing
think
for
they were
now.
wanting to flaunt that they had Chris Evans for a little bit. You know, they got Chris Evans for one day to suit up and shoot a whole bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
he probably got paid $10 million to do that.
He said shoot fly. So yeah,
Plus, who's knocking the Howard the Duck one?
Wow, God.
I love the Howard.
I like the
Man, you all people here who are knocking Howard the Duck don't remember
he
the
said
80s.
why?
He came in to raise chaos at the end and mess with our
He's
whole
not at the very bottom. Where would you put the Grandmaster though?
I'd put the Grandmaster like is there one in between I'm listening and why to that's just says fun?
Legit.
Like it's just
Legit's
fun.
above, so
Because
it would be
I
I'm
would
listening, basically.
I would argue the ones that push the plot forward are in the legit. The ones that are kind of teasing the future is I'm listening. And then the ones that are just kind of like corny, zany, and fun, you know?
I guess that's why. Then.
But why is like, but why is it sounds so like it just sounds so negative, you know? You're just like, oh God, why? Why am I watching Groot play with a Game Boy or something, or do like the angry teenager route, which is really funny?
I hate Teen
I
Groot
didn't like
so
that
much.
I can't wait for
Why do you hate Teen Groot? He's got
annoying.
emotions.
He's
It's annoying.
No. Wait a minute. Wait. What did you just say? What did you just say?
I said he's mean.
No. What did Jarvo just say?
So he's a teenager.
That he has emotions. That he has emotions. So
Yeah.
you're telling me? Wait a minute. So you tell me adult Groot and baby Groot didn't have emotions?
I'm telling you that teenage emotions are different from an adult and a baby.
I know. We've all been teenagers before. We know. Does that make it more entertaining to watch to see their teenage adolescence?
Dude,
No.
but that whole conversation was funny though. It's like, go clean up your room. I am Groot. Don't call me that. I mean, it was just like, it was so funny.
I mean,
It
yes.
was just, look at all these leaves.
Annoying.
Like, look at all these leaves. It was just like he's a dirty teenager, and he's just like, I am Groot, you know. And it's just funny. He's got hair in weird places. He got moss in weird places.
Again, what?
TL, I don't know, man. You have the weirdest ass tastes. You are just like,
I sure do, and I'm not sure.
He hates Civil War. He also hates
I
Captain
don't like
America
Civil
War.
wow.
That one,
How can you
yeah.
hate Civil War? It's the introduction of Black Panther
He's a
and
DC
Spider-Man.
cultist.
I
Watch my
think I'm calling
podcast,
it. We're
I
not
will
getting
give
anywhere
everything.
with Jarbo
Yes.
here. We're not.
What?
He's going through our whole list. Like
I am not. I am merely asking follow-up questions to better understand the mindset contained within this smorgasbord of information.
Thank God we're not
If you
doing.
want to know my thoughts on Civil War, check out my podcast on my channel. I go in depth of why I don't
Okay, well,
like
what's the next one? What's the next one?
Well, we need to get through this one.
No,
Can
we're
we
fine.
pick one?
Just
Can
leave
we
it
at
there.
least
Just leave
pick
it
one?
there.
Just leave it there.
Yeah, screw it. Leave it there.
All right, last.
How many more post-credit scenes are there? My God.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot.
Look, this is
Look at
part.
that.
This is just part one.
So, how many movies and shows are there in the MCU? Times
And
that by
there's two not even on here that
Just happened.
yeah.
All right. Well,
excuse me.
Okay. Oh, was there one for
The next one is Thor Ragnarok. It's the one where Thanos' ship intercepts the Asgardians and Thanos arrives, the break leading to Infinity War.
All right, let Matt Charble go.
That's the best.
I don't even. Am I looking at that one there? The Thanos one?
Yeah, the Thanos intercepting.
Yeah, that's
the
legit.
Asgardian
That's legit because that sets up like what's coming next. You know what I mean? That's like, snap, son. That's like, oh shit, because it's like they're out of the fryer and into the fire. You know what I mean? Or out of the frying pan and into the fire. That's how I view that. That's how I view that shot.
I agree. I would also put it in legit. It's legitimately exciting, and also too was an oh shit moment because like Thanos
Because you
is
know,
here.
and yeah, you know what's coming. Yeah.
I'll say legit.
Pro tip: it was me.
Oh, I thought it was me though.
Well, I guess everyone on that front. Maybe not Max though. He doesn't strikes me as the kind of guy that doesn't do that because it's dirty.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my gosh,
I'm getting. I don't even know what people are saying. I'm getting tired.
Getting
I say legit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Anthony.
I say legit. I love it. It was great. I wish. No, yeah, this best. Yeah.
Okay, Eddie.
Wasn't even paying attention.
Oh my gosh.
It's the Asgardian ship being intercepted by Thanos.
Legit.
Okay.
Obviously, we know what happens. After a bunch of the civilization getting destroyed and killed by Hela. I mean,
real quick,
reduce that again.
Hold on, just to say this real quick. I know you're coming in very late, but like
I think he's late. I don't.
You're way off base.
Yeah, you're way off. It's not even.
Yeah, I am not talking about Dave Pena.
Highlight stuff because it's like out of context.
We've completely.
Well, no, I just want the viewer to know that as they're watching it because like they're trying to ask a question. I'm just letting them know like we're
but
not.
They're
talking
watching
about Dave
in the
Pena.
early. So you're talking to someone who's not up to time with us. You're talking.
Yeah, they don't even see your response yet.
Yes. RJ,
but
you just.
when they get to this point in the video, they'll know what you're talking about.
Where he's at the beginning of the stream. He doesn't even watch
Yeah,
his
he's
part.
at the beginning, probably.
You're addressing someone that's not even listening to you.
We are from the future.
In 3 hours, when he gets to this point, I'll be like, "Oh, okay, RJ."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's legit because this is where everyone stands up and like, oh yeah, Thanos has had enough. He's definitely gonna do it on his own now. Like he's serious this time. He's really there. So we're gonna expect some big battle in the next film when they all team up.
Yeah. DL.
Yeah, this is legit. What I really like about this scene is like, while Loki and Thor were like having this really sentimental conversation, I really like how it just creeped up on him. Like nobody knew that it was coming up. It's just literally right there. It's like, oh my god. I think so. That was legit.
And then how it just got dark, right?
Yep. Nobody saw it coming.
Shit.
I was just like,
for me though, just because it sets you up right into the events in Infinity War, it's the best. It's one of the best of the best. Just because it was like this moment is finally here, so to me it's best of the best, but it stays in legit. But to me it was best of the best.
I wish Marvel will re-release Infinity War in theaters right now. I will go see that shit in theaters.
All right, so
Oh,
now
chicken.
I'm going to
Oh,
recap
nothing.
this here just for my purposes when I bring this up because I'm not keeping a tab open for weeks at on end. I shut my computer down at night. So there's the best of the best, future me. There's legit.
You might be
There's
if you hit
listening.
save and download. I don't know if it saves.
You
Why?
could save and download it too, but
There's
if you want to do
more
it this way, you
It'll
can.
it'll be. I could easily do this when I go back. I'll just look.
It won't take.
Here,
long
I'll take
at
a
all.
picture of it. Okay.
Yeah, Max likes to boomer this stuff, so whatever the easiest result is, he will do the hardest.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't be surprised right now if he is just like squinting and he is just trying to draw a diagram on a sheet of paper.
Scroll down for me. Scroll down. If you're gonna do it this other way, scroll down and I'll send you a picture.
There's only one in Morbin time.
I know, but I want to make sure I get it.
Well, we got about halfway through. That's
Yeah.
decent. You know, we
I
got
had a
halfway
feeling
through.
that we weren't gonna get it all done, so in one, so but it was fine.
You call me a bro?
Am I calling you a boomer?
Yeah.
Did it take you that long to register? So I would say point proven, kinda.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh, and then what? He quit, or was it accidental?
No, he quit.
I don't.
No.
Spicy for the pet.
I don't even
bro.
respond. Are you streaming or something? What the hell?
Am I streaming?
Yeah.
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 Here, let me
Oh,
let me
of course
bring up
he
my
is.
let me bring up my thumbnail. Let me bring up my
Bring
thumbnail.
up the real one. Don't bring up your.
Don't. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
He's come here to get attention.
No.
No,
I'm calling
no.
him out on.
No, I'll do it. Okay,
It's
so
not a
I'm
troll?
I'm going live. I'm going
Oh
live.
yes, it. Oh my God.
Oh, let me see this.
Oh my dear Lord, this is gonna. Oh
What?
my-
Bring it up. What? Yeah, I think it's a pretty
Oh,
accurate representation of where things are.
That's a pretty,
It's it's a
impressive
fire thumbnail.
I have to give you props for that.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Thumbnail
gonna-
game is on point. He's got the drip.
Oh, no, you didn't at the hat. That's too
What?
much.
That was
Oh,
the image that I found online. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jarbo, you just chose violence. You just chose
I
violence.
what? I didn't do anything. Go check the thumbnail on my video. You won't see.
You just chose violence. You're out for
I
blood.
just saw that. You.
I mean, that's what he does, though. I mean,
Wait, but hold on though. On
God.
YouTube, it's a different thumbnail.
It is a different thumbnail.
What?
Yeah, I added it. Yeah, that's the thumbnail on YouTube. No, this isn't the thumbnail on YouTube. This is a different
Damn
thumbnail.
you.
This is a,
Oh,
what?
gonna cause me so many
Here.
issues.
Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is?
That's Ezra Miller.
There.
yeah.
This is
No, I'm talking about with the hat in Justice League.
What's that?
it's what? Here's the real thumbnail. This is what's up right now.
What is that on his hat?
It's this whatever was there on his hat. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about. Now you're just making crap up, Max. You're just going crazy.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
What? You all are in a weird place.
You know.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know-
Weird place. I'm just
Look, you know Enosh will possibly see this, right?
I'm just laughing.
I
know what
don't
to
care.
say.
I do not care.
I just
Well,
don't
you
think
know, Matt. At least you didn't put like any
Thoughts
suspicious-
and opinions expressed by Quad are not of Max or Team MME. And I disavow.
Well, to
any
be fair,
connection.
Max, it could have been worse. He could have put a weird little mustache on Ezra Miller's face.
Why would I put a weird little mustache on his
He's
face?
just trying to bring me into this. Listen,
It was a joke. It was because Max.
I used
history.
an epic troll. It triggered so many.
Oh
trolls.
yeah, no.
He got
Listen.
drunk
Oh, yeah, I
3PO.
remember that.
No.
You got drunk 3PO adding YouTube about me. This is allowed, but on YouTube, it's just a mustache.
No. I mean, like, no. You put. Yeah. I'm not. For one, I'm not going to do that. I will try to find
you're
more.
above that. Okay.
No. It's not that I'm above it. I have to have a reason. If you want me to use that stash on Ezra, then Ezra better be out there, like, swinging a tiki torch and throwing the N-bomb around pretty liberally if you want that kind of thing. All right? Like, calling out, like, Gina Carano like that's a little bit bit on the side, you know.
It was a joke on both ways because if you're actually people were actually calling her that at that time, and then it was also a troll for all the horrible thumbnails we get from theirs that if it's their team, they will Karen out if it's on their team.
Well, yeah,
they've
they're
done
Karens, yeah.
equally, you know, they've called Kathy feminazi, all this other stuff. So
I will admit though, that was a good troll. Like that was a good troll because you pissed off
and I was gonna change it.
Many people.
I was gonna change it anyway.
That was good. It's like me saying Henry Cavill aged out of playing Superman, and the amount of salt that is flown from that tweet is just insane.
Yeah, I mean, I could say the same with The Rock. He's 8 hours playing back.
Yeah, it's like that's
well, 13 years to get there.
Because
he's $0.
He's still starting in the role at the age.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the movie looks boring, but all right.
Oh yeah. You two double teamed me last night against Black Adam. I didn't appreciate that, Max.
I'm gonna agree with Matt. The movie
I wish you would have
looks
called me on.
rough.
I would have tag teamed with you, RJ.
Oh, you like the trailer, yeah?
Yeah, I liked it.
Like you didn't find it to be a bit derivative?
I mean, it wasn't. Yeah, the trailer didn't like blow me away, but I still thought it was a good
It
trailer.
wasn't horrible. It wasn't a horrible trailer.
I have to head out because I got to make a call to my mom. She's asked to call me for something. Text me.
There's literally some shots in the Black Adam trailer that look like Iron Man.
Oh, remember, nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Max. So, you know, I saw this TikTok last night of this guy's like, what it's like having a stepmom in 2022. And the guy, like, it's such a play on what's on the front page of like some websites. Sorry, I'm tired.
Yeah, me too.
Now it's time.
I'm gonna work in the morning.
Now it's time to say
The
goodbye.
battle has begun.
Call our company. Bye bye. See you next time.
Farewell.
Bye.